celebrating something that's pretty unique. 75 years in business. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. The Miracle Mile family would like to thank you and the hundreds of thousands of people that have visited Miracle Mile Deli since our family restaurant started here in the Valley in 1949. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families across the Valley over the last 7 decades. We are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024. We cordially invite you to visit our Phoenix location on 16th Street in Campbell to celebrate our 75th anniversary throughout the year. We consider ourselves so lucky to be able to be a part of the Valley community and know that we wouldn't be here without our loyal Miracle Mile patrons and team members. So from our family to yours, thank you for allowing us to serve you over the last 75 years. And we look forward to continuing the Miracle Mile tradition with you for many more years to come. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth. And if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges on your tax debt daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you will owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima Tax have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-480-6932. That's 800-480-6932. 800-480-6932.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Listen to Jim Rome and the Jungle, weekday mid-mornings on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, live from the Harmon Solar Studios.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I guess I missed yesterday. I missed a lot of days. But yesterday was National Crouton Day.
Oh,
And I love croutons.
oh yeah.
Oh my God! As a nice garlic crouton, I'll just eat them like a snack out of the bag. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too.
So I
Yeah.
missed the National Crouton Day, but today, as well as being Taco Tuesday, in fact, King Kitten says, "Hey, I know I'm early." He texted this in about an hour and a half ago. He says, "I'm ready for some tacos." Well, hell yeah, because it's Taco Tuesday. But today, there are many, many choices of what day we are going to observe. Way more. See, I made a mistake. Usually somebody says, today is this. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's what we're going to do. But now I didn't find that. So I went digging. Turns out about every day of every year, of every week, of every month is a national day of something times like 10.
Okay.
So let me just start out by telling you that today is Stars and Stripes Forever Day, Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Day, Sexual Differences and Health Awareness Day, Paraguay Independence Day, Online Romance Day, Day, that's for Buddhism, National Underground America Day, National Bruce Day, which is coincidence because my brother Bruce, who we just spread his ashes in Oregon while I was gone. Well, so we're like, we did it on the wrong day. Probably
today would have been the day.
Today would have been the day, but we didn't know that till today. It's also a National Decency Day, which really doesn't match up with it being National Bruce Day, if you know what I mean. National Travel Insurance Claims Day, Doodah Day. I'm not making up. It's actually Doodah Day. International Chihuahua Appreciation Day. No. International Dylan Thomas Day. Dance Like a Chicken Day. Children's UK Day. And this is the one I think we're going to go with. Bond with Your Dog Day.
Oh, yeah.
Not Yukion. You're
Well,
a cat person.
yeah.
But the rest of it. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's another one. National Buttermilk Biscuit Day.
Ooh, now
I'll
see.
celebrate that one.
Oh,
Randy and I will bond with our dog day, and you can observe National Buttermilk Biscuit Day.
can we bond with our dogs, Jeffrey, over a nice buttermilk biscuit?
You know the rules. You got to pick a day. You can't have 2 days at one day.
I didn't realize that was a rule.
Listen, I
Now
was
I've learned.
tempted to go Doodah Day. And I'm not going to make it National Bruce Day on this show because that's only relevant to me. And but for me, well, he picked on me when I was a kid, so he gets no damn day. That's what I say. That was my big brother. So bond with your dog day is where I'm going.
Yeah,
Randy,
I'm
you
going
can
buttermilk biscuit.
You can opt for National Biscuit Day if you want.
No, it's okay. That's all right. I'll bond with Cecil.
And really, you can bond and you can eat biscuits. You can do whatever you want because it's none of my damn business day. You just go ahead and observe whatever day you want to observe. And it's many. If you want to do all of them, go right ahead.
And if
Probably.
you bond with Cecil and just so happen to have a buttermilk biscuit.
Yeah. See,
Right.
Maybe.
So here's what
Maybe.
you do. You
Yeah.
can eat your buttermilk biscuit while you bond with your dog, making your dog chase all the children on in the UK while
Yep.
you dance like a chicken on Doodah Day,
Oh, boy.
and while kicking an international chihuahua while reading Dylan Thomas, and maybe observing Bruce Day, and maybe being decent for National Decency Day, National Travel Insurance Claims Day. Maybe it's time to finally file that that claim. Sasha, I missed National Underground America Day, which that's people who live underground in subterranean houses like hobbits. They make an do that, and then maybe start an online romance if you're single. As far as Paraguay Independence Day, well, you're an American, forget that. And then Sexual Differences in Health Awareness Day, you can ignore that because we don't care. Because we don't. We're men. Sexual different. We know how that works in the health. They have a lot more issues than we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Women have a lot more issues in sexual health. We have a penis, and either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then you just deal with that. Women,
I
holy
feel like-
God, so many things.
I feel like you're digging a hole here with your wife. I feel like
No,
Alex
no,
might
this
be
is not
listening,
about-
and
No.
you're digging a hole here.
No. I mean, it's the truth. Women have a lot more health issues in regards to sexuality than men do. That's just a fact. And then, of course, if you're right, then she'll give me a spinal cord injury for that awareness, and we will all observe the Stars and Stripes forever. So
And
there
there
you
it
go.
is.
Those are all the damn days. I will never do this again. I promise.
Wow.
Yeah. Wilbur says, I love it. Bong with my dog day. He says, the only thing is my dog usually takes 2 big puffs off the bong and leaves me pretty much empty handed. Wilbur, I said bond, not bong. Don't get dogs high. That's really bad for them.
I was
Really
going to
bad.
say, Wilbur, your dog's a Bogart, isn't he?
By the way, I saw somebody who was really high. I just happened to look down on the text line, and I guess yesterday somebody named Razor Sharp said that I am a copy of Holmberg. Now I take that as a compliment, except for one thing: we are not really alike on air. Coincidentally, though, he graduated from Dobson High School the same year I did from Mountain View High School. So that was always kind of weird. And there's another guy who graduated from Mountain View High School that also did a morning show. We all did morning shows at about the same time. And that was Crazy Kid. In fact, Crazy Kid and I were pals. And I always used to make fun of him for the comb he had in his back pocket constantly doing his feathered hair.
Well,
nowadays, he does not need the comb. So,
yes.
But as far as Holmberg's copy, come on, man. If anybody's listened to Holmberg, he's amazing. He's great. He is the gold standard for morning radio here in the Valley. But Randy, you know how I used to do all sorts of voices?
Yes.
And I occasionally throw one out here. He is really good. He actually kept his ability to do that. And he has prank called people and gotten into international trouble for it. But I don't know why anyone would think that him and I are too similar. We're just not. I don't think so. I mean, have you listened to him?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's on. Well, that's right. You're from out of town.
Mm.
Randy, have you listened to him?
That's
I've heard him a few times. Yeah.
There's no similarity, right?
Well, I mean, when you talk gold standard, I mean, how can we not
stop.
gold
No,
standard?
no, come on,
and not
knock
mention
it
you
off.
in the same breath.
Actually, he used to call a past morning show here because he was pals with one of the guys, and he would call in doing his Jerry Jones impersonation, which is
Yes.
like his is a real impersonation. Mine is a cartoon impersonation, and he's really good. No, Holmberg is amazing. I'm going to take that as a compliment, but it's probably meant as a dig somehow.
No, I don't think so. But I remember that.
We're not similar enough to where that could be anything but a dig. Like,
No.
I'm trying to be like something. I haven't listened to Holmberg in a long time, so if his voice went up an octave or two, and I just don't see the similarity personally. He's a bit more gruff and rough, I think, than I am.
Well, that is true. Yes.
So
I will give you that.
And I will even say, well, Keon, he's on 98.7 F. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. That Nobody That Matters is on that. He's on 97.9. That's on KUPD. Just look up KUPD.
all right. We'll do.
It's a good morning show, and sometimes it gets dirty. Does get a little dirty.
Does get a little blue over there.
Don't listen to the show with your mom in the car. And outside of that, no. He's a million times better. So anyway, so today is whatever day you want it to be. So can we just talk about, I've been out of town. I have no idea what's been going on, and I've missed a great many things. And so
somebody one of your favorite times of the year is starting to break a little bit. The NFL schedule has been leaking since yesterday.
You know what? I don't care. You know why? Because I only care about my team. You only care about your team, and Keon only cares about his team.
Yeah, but isn't it fun to
gives a
know we're
crap?
getting close, and now we could talk football and schedules. How much fun is that going to be?
Yeah, well, let me know when they're all out. Then I'll have something to talk about.
Well, tomorrow night they will be.
Yeah. I just seriously, we're going to go down our teams and some other teams too. Just, like we do every year, where we say win, loss, loss, win, loss. Or in your case, Randy, loss, 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 loss.
No,
win,
I
loss,
think you
loss,
have that
loss,
wrong.
loss,
I
loss,
think,
win.
I think you have that wrong.
I tell you what, the tough one to know until the season starts is going to be the Commandos. I just don't know if I've got a bead on where the Commanders are going to be, really. We'll talk about why I feel that way, and I think Keon knows where I'm going with that a little bit later on. But right now, I want to know about what's going on with the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. I want to know, how things are going. I was delighted to see that the Nuggets came back and it did exactly what we hoped they would do. Remember, we talked about this last week when I was here, saying, man, wouldn't it be great if they were able to come back and win 2 in Minnesota and make Donnie's life miserable.
And so they did.
God bless you, Denver Nuggets.
And they did it in a way that it was physical basketball. And Carl and Rudy are not equipped. Jokic just decided, I'm going to put my shoulder in your chest and move you off the spot. And they did that for 8 quarters of basketball.
They'll continue to do it too. If they figured it out, then the Nuggets, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think now it's the Nuggets series to lose, or do you think that Minnesota has enough life and talent in them to combat this? I mean, who knows where this will go?
Minnesota has enough life and talent, and to be fair, Aaron Gordon.
To be fair,
Aaron Gordon didn't miss a shot in Minnesota in that game 4. I don't think that he's going to have another game where he shoots the ball like that. But the fact that Anthony Edwards gave him 44 points and it didn't amount to anything is not a good sign for the Timberwolves. The fact that Rudy and Carl kind of just got really useless close to the end of the game. And you know who was guarding Nikola Jokic at the end of the game? Anthony Edwards. That can't happen. I'm sorry. You have between Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards, 14 feet of human being. How on earth is your shooting guard guarding their center? And I
don't feel like that's how we measure things.
It's not, but
you got 14 feet worth of guys over there.
But you've got 2 7-footers.
Height or
the guy that's not close to being 7 feet
should not be guarding the other 7-footer if you have 2 of them.
No,
That's my
absolutely.
point.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a bad sign. Like, I just don't know that there are some members of the Minnesota Timberwolves that aren't tough enough.
I feel like you'll only get like a couple of good feet of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like somebody would even want. There'd be like a couple of feet. The rest, the other feet,
just discard.
We're gonna take 2 feet of them. Leave the other
Yeah.
4 over there.
Yeah.
We don't need all of it. But so this just made me very, very happy because I know that it made Donnie very, very sad.
And it's hard to win in Denver, and Minnesota did the impossible and won twice there.
Mhm.
And now you're in a position where you have to go back and win. Like, I don't think you want to see Denver up 3-2 in this series going back to your house where they just watched you.
Yeah, the Nuggets got back their home court advantage, but they absolutely have to win, or it just gets harder. It's just funny to have it be an upside down sort of series. You know what I mean? 888-368-1580. Cowboy Sparky says, well, Jeffrey, I think I'm going to make some buttermilk biscuits while dancing like a chicken and singing doo-dah. Damn, you do your day, man. That's a good day. Sounds like a day that you should probably keep to yourself. Sounds like a day that, you can tell us you did it, but we don't need to see it. We just mark us down as impressed.
Don't go outside your domicile while doing that, because I have a feeling there'll be a paddy wagon on its way to pick you up.
Yeah. These days, I think that ranks pretty low on the crazy scale, actually.
Yeah, well, that could be.
Fifth letter says, Randy, what's your cost to have a Raider game pick each week like you do the Cardinals? I'll pay you top dollar. Hell, I'll do it.
If you're paying.
Hell. Listen, if you've listened to 1580 The Fanatic for any amount of time, you'll know I will sell the bleep out. I will just whatever you need from me. I'm your man, but I mean, I don't want to take it away from Randy. So if Randy declines, I'm your man.
Well, I don't know how I could do it with that much energy. It takes a lot out of me, I mean, I'm useless for the rest of the show once I do that.
I will certainly do it. I'll do my best.
You go right ahead. You step right in there and do it.
Thank you. I could use the money. 888-368-1580.
I couldn't charge you to do it anyway.
Oh, I'm
That
going to
just
charge
wouldn't be
so much
me.
money.
I just
He
can't do
said
that.
top dollar, so I want to know what top dollar is. Go ahead, make your offer there, fifth letter. Let's see what you got.
$1 a week?
Yeah, I want to know what top dollar that is. Bruno Baller says the winner of Game 5 between the Nuggets and Timberwolves will probably end up winning the series. Just a guess, though. Well, either you're making a prediction or you're not, Bruno Baller. Don't come in strong and go, just a guess. You either are predicting it or you're not. Which
sounds like he's predicting it.
Feel like he's predicting it, but then wants that's just a guess. And he just
just in case you're wrong.
We're not going to beat you over the head with it, Bruno Baller.
If you get it wrong,
we are likely
as long
to
as you don't remember and bring it up, we probably won't remember.
So own it.
If you're right, then you get to toot your own horn a little bit.
Bruno Ball, you got to come in with some gusto, man. You got to have that gusto on board. You know what I mean?
And guts.
Yeah, and
Some testicular fortitude.
Whoever wins a Game 5 will win the series. You see what I'm saying? Don't back off of it now, and just take your medicine if that doesn't happen. But if it does, there you go. You look like the amazing Karnak.
Whoever wins Game 5 will win the series. Maybe.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
So the Timberwolves and the Nuggets will play each other in a game of basketball on the TNT. Thank God it's TNT at 7:30 p.m. So that's what time it is on. So you don't have to worry about missing any of the show. I say that kind of sarcastically because I know you just turn this thing off immediately and go watch the game if you care about it. I care about it because I just want to see Donnie cry. How's Donnie been? Has he been okay?
He's been okay. He's been doing the positive self-talk that people do. We're still going to win this series.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, here it comes.
Donnie says the Timberwolves are winning tonight and the series. Take it to the bank, boys. Oh, Donnie.
Donnie, you're not going to like this show tomorrow if that check bounces. I'm just going to tell you right now. Just putting it out there.
I'm just enjoying every minute of this. I really am. I had no idea that the Nuggets were going to be able to pull off what I hoped they would pull off, what I vocalized that they would pull off.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't just Donnie. There were a couple of people that were penciling in the Timberwolves for the finals, and I was like, we don't know that. These are the defending champs. You have to give them the credit of being a team that has beaten multiple top Western Conference teams and won themselves a title. And you know, like you got to give them credit for that. And obviously, if you didn't, you were surprised by what happened in Minnesota.
Do you know what I love even more? That Donnie texted in. I've been up since 5:30, jacked up with the caffeine since then. Big day to go up 3-0. Howl. That was on May 10th, where he was up 2-0. Now, yesterday, I'm not worried. Wolves are still going to win this series, and Ant's on a mission.
I mean, Ant's on a mission, but you know, the MVP of the league is still.
You know what I really hope happens here? I hope that the Denver wins tonight in Minnesota, and I hope Denver wins back at home on game 6. Wouldn't that be sweet?
I think this game is in Denver actually. So
tonight's game is in Denver.
6 is going to be in Minnesota.
Well, that's what I said. I hope they win in Denver. Wait, in Denver.
Okay, then
they finish the series in Minnesota on their home court.
I'll be honest.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I think that's what's happening. It's just there was a turn in this series, and the physicality from Denver went up, and Minnesota, at least from the bigs, didn't match it.
And Keon, you're right, Keon, because it seemed like a switch came on in that last game. It seemed like all of a sudden the champions, the defending champs, showed back up and awakened from their slumber, and they put it on them. They flat put it on them.
So I have something to look forward to now, where I did not before because of what happened with the Suns. Yeah. But I have this going for me. And of course, listen, we've got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about the other games and the other series that are going on. You can catch me up to speed on that. Randy, I'm going to, of course, be asking you about the Diamondbacks, all sorts of other stuff too. Wow, the text line just exploded, and we'll get to your texts when we come back too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks continuing their home series against the Cincinnati Reds tonight at Chase Field. They won the series opener on Monday by a 6-5 score and have now won 6 of their last 8 games. Slade Ciccone will get the start tonight for Arizona. He's 1-2 with a 4.15 ERA. While the Reds countering with Hunter Green, who's 1-2 with an ERA of 3.38. The Diamondbacks plus a run and a half, minus 200 on the run line. The Reds minus a run and a half, plus 165. On the money line, Cincinnati plus 105, Arizona minus 125, the over-under at 8.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing, help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin. And over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Need a boost in capital or a flexible line of credit for your growing business? Hi, I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital. I can help you get the money you need fast. The process is a breeze with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need faster and easier than asking your banker. So call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Hi, I'm Ralph Romano.
And I'm Neil Lynch.
And we're the Weekend Warriors.
So, Ralph, what are the Weekend Warriors all about?
Well, we talk about sports.
National sports?
Of course.
Regional sports?
Sure.
Arizona sports?
Yeah. And we also interview local athletes, coaches, and sports-related business owners to share their amazing stories.
But what if they don't have an amazing story?
Then we talk about something else. You know what, Neil? You're fired.
Again? Well, listen in for great sports talk, amazing interviews, and to see if I have a job next week.
You won't. It's the Weekend Warriors every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So I was out of town, and now my wife is out of town. So I feel like I can say something and not get in trouble for it.
You know, we have worldwide streaming on the interwebs.
Ain't listening to this right now. She's
Okay.
doing important businesswomen stuff. So
All right.
So hold on a second. Don't rub your butt on the carpet, buddy. Sorry, she's not here to yell at him, so the dogs are running wild.
Okay.
So I'm hanging out in Oregon, and we're families all together. We go to this Mexican restaurant. I had chorizo. Yeah.
And how was it?
It was great. It was like it wasn't as spicy as what I had in San Diego that one time. But I sat there and I turned, and everybody at the table, you keep your bleeping mouth shut.
Yeah.
This is
Nobody
just-
tells anybody says anything. This stays here.
Right. Because my wife is worried about my heart and my health. And she said, well, you shouldn't be eating chorizo. And I said, well, maybe once a month. Right. She's like, how about once a year? I'm like, you're not my boss. But then I'm like, okay, well, when we're together, we're just eating stuff. So it doesn't occur to me to have the chorizo. But, I'm a grown ass man. And so I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm having chorizo. Although I did threaten everybody at the table.
And that should be done. Yes.
It reminds me when I was a kid and my mom decided out of the blue to make our entire household a vegetarian household.
Oh, God.
And she started cooking vegetarian food. And my dad was not happy about this change. So he would sneak us out to go get burgers every so often. Man. And he was just like, not a word, not a word. You're grounded forever.
He made you accomplices.
Yeah. Well, we were never going to snitch, but, he still felt the need to just put it out there.
Yeah, he knew if I'm going to get away with getting this, then these kids better get this too. So we're all in this together.
We're all in it together.
Yep.
Oh, that was brilliant on his part.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's Taco Tuesday, but I've had some Friezo. I was so happy. Oh man, that was like, well, this is a great day.
Now, did you have chorizo with eggs, or did you have it
of course,
rolled
of
up?
course.
Oh, you did. Okay,
chorizo
great.
with eggs, and I ate it with the tortilla. And,
Oh, nice.
It was
nice.
the way you're supposed to do it. I was so
made
happy.
tortillas,
and I got another round of tortillas.
Why not?
Oh my God, it was good.
Right?
6 tortillas might be more than I needed, but
but still,
they were very warm and tasty. It was an authentic place, so it was really good.
Nice.
That makes me happy just thinking about it. That's like my happy spot right there. That I got to go eat chorizo, and nobody said anything about it. Nobody got mad at me about it. Now, you're not mad, but she cares about me. She doesn't want me to croak right there. So,
Right.
anyways, let's get back to the text line, and then we'll talk some more NBA. Let's just see what everybody has to say. Big George is on the text line saying his usual, hello, gentlemen. He says, glad to have Jeffrey back. Hope the spreading of the ashes in Oregon went well. And, well, actually, no, it turned out there was a different way to do it to where nobody got Big Lebowski. So
that's too bad.
We're going to talk about the Diamondbacks a little bit later on, Big George. Brunswick guy says, hey, Jeffrey, you know what is, really. Yeah, I can only fake it for so long. The text line is being slow today. Here we go. Oh, it won't even let me look at it now. All right, moving on. I'll come back to you, Brunswick guy.
Yeah, the text line's it's a trip.
Has it been acting up or just pretty much the same thing?
It's the same thing, and then yesterday just logged me out for no reason.
Oh yeah,
it just kicked me out, and I was like, oh okay, well, guess we got to log back in and figure this out.
Oh, okay. Brunswick guy says, Jeffrey, you know what is Redick? You can't just stop there. You have to say Euless. I'm pretty sure we have to say Euless.
Well, according to Randy, that's what the kids say.
The kids all say Redick.
I have not confirmed this anywhere.
Oh, if you look it up, that's what the kids are saying nowadays.
I feel like we didn't undick, so there's no reason to redick. I think that we were just there's just enough dick. So I think we're just going to go ahead and say ridiculous.
I think there's a little too much dick, to be honest with you.
I agree. Actually, it's a real sausage fest.
There was a text involving that with Moist One that I could not read.
Yeah.
Had to stop halfway. It was not ending well.
Let's bring it back to ridiculous. But he says the fact that Rudy Gobert didn't get suspended for his antics in the last game. Yeah. Well, that, getting fined didn't surprise me because he's been fined for that earlier in the season, making the money sign at a ref. What really surprised me was he did it earlier in the season. He got fined $100,000. He does it in the playoffs. And it's cheaper? It's only $75,000.
Well, because also he had some post-game comments as well.
Oh,
so they lumped the two of them together. Yeah.
Well, they need to be more clear about their pricing.
Yeah, like it's 75 for that, and then 25 for the post-game stuff.
Okay,
and
that makes more sense.
Yeah. So with this, he just did that, but he didn't say anything post-game. And $75,000.
Fine, Rudy. I'm like, hey, how do you know I wasn't just rolling a booger? How do you know that's not me rolling a booger right there? It's the same move. I would appeal it and say, I was rolling that booger because he is French,
He's very French.
Booger into my finger.
That's what he sounds like. That's exactly what he sounds like.
Really?
Rudy sounds as French as you think he is.
Excellent. Yeah, I haven't cared to hear that more on talk. So, okay. Thank you for the update. But anyway, no suspension, Brunswick guy, but he's losing a few bucks.
If he tries it a third time, I would be surprised to see him not suspended. I think they're trying not to just suspend guys left and right, but he's pushing the line.
Hey, Lost Toby says, whoever wins game 5, definitely going to play in game 6. That's
brilliant.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you lose in game 5, you play in game 6.
Brilliant and brave of you, Lost Toby. Wilbur says, I predict that Jeffrey will call in sick Friday. Yeah, it's not a bad prediction. The odds are always high on that one. CK says, Keon, it's Donnie. Don't ever accept a check from Donnie. What? Did he rip somebody else? What are you talking about, CK?
No, Donnie, I forget what Donnie said, something about take it to the bank. The Timberwolves are winning tonight. And I was basically like that. If that check bounces tomorrow, it's going to be a very bad day for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a check from Donnie.
So
cash only, Donnie.
Not a literal check.
Or escrow at the appropriate financial institution, Donnie. You can't, it's not convenient to say, you take that to the escrow and we'll hold those funds in an account. It's easier to say just
at a member FDIC bank, damn it. Yeah, no.
You take that to the credit union, man.
No, not a credit union. We don't trust credit unions. No. I want that money in a real bank, please.
Take it to Wells Fargo.
That's right. Bear Claw says, I believe the Nuggets will win tonight unless the Timberwolves score more points. That is
more stunning analysis right there.
It's kind of analysis you can only get here on 1580 The Fanatic.
or Magic Johnson's Twitter.
True. Silver Pop says, Jeffrey, welcome back. Only similarities between you and John Holmberg is the fact that you and Holmberg like two of the most boring NFL franchises. He supports the rapist quarterback, and your QB looks like Megamind with that enormous 5 head. Also, suck it, Ralph. Well, Ralph's not even here. Are you talking about my old Peyton Manning? And so I guess that means that Holmberg is a Steelers fan. But both of those guys are no longer playing Silver Pops. So, but I now I understand what you're saying, though. Let's see. Donnie says, go get that fried chicken tonight at Fry's for game 5, Jeffrey. No, I'll tell you why. I'm done with
it. You're done with it?
Yep. They changed the recipe. I bleep you not. They changed the recipe. My wife went in there last week, got some, and the lady there was saying, just so you know, if you don't like it, you can get your money back because we've changed the recipe. It was nice and flaky, but the flavor was mostly just gone. Unless they didn't mix up the mix or something correctly. It was just about flavorless.
Oh,
I need a new place to get
good flavorless fried chicken. What is even the point?
It broke my heart.
Oh,
broke my heart. I think that's why he's saying that, because he knows. You son of a bitch, Donnie. Bruno Baller says chorizo, potato, egg, cheese burrito. Oh, that's incredible. You know what I do? I say Holt potato, add bacon. That is a breakfast burrito for me. I just don't care for potatoes in there, Walter Mellon says Jeffrey's family's calling his wife. Hey, sorry, Jeffrey had a heart attack. Oh yeah, he ate chorizo. Of course, me in the background going, you bastards. Just let me go.
It was worth it.
It was. Dear God, it was. Oh my God. So let's get back and fill me in on what's happening. So we talked about the Timberwolves becoming Denver Nuggets bitches. So let's see on the other Western Conference matchup, Dallas Mavericks and Oklahoma City Thunder all tied up. Well, that's interesting. Why don't you just kind of give me the vibe of what's happening with that?
Yeah, the Thunder, win game 1, and then Dallas wins games 2 and 3, and it looks like the series is turning in favor of Dallas, and it's going to get away from Oklahoma City. And then a combination of things happened last night. Luka had
I saw last night it was low scoring too.
Yeah, a low scoring game, a combined bad game from Luka and Kyrie. And the Mavs still had a chance to win near the end of the game, and they just choked. I mean, they couldn't, control the basketball. They were taking shots that were absolutely ridiculous. Like they don't make any sense.
Do you mean ridic?
I don't mean that. I mean,
we're not doing the ridic. I need you to undick. Non-dick.
Thought we had this worked out.
Well, now daddy's home. So
now I'm always on the cutting edge of what the kids are saying.
That's really, no.
I'm still very skeptical that the kids say that.
Yeah, I don't know what kids you're talking about.
But either way, the Mavs just straight up choked last night, and
the Mavericks couldn't buy a free throw. They went to the line some like 23 times, and they only hit I don't know, something like 5 of 23, something like that. It was some astounding small number.
Yeah, you would have thought. By the way, that PJ Washington was the best player on the Dallas team. the way that they were playing, PJ played really well. It's just if PJ's your best player, you're probably not winning a playoff game, and that happened at Dallas as well. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did get going in that game finally, and you got to see sort of why he was even in the MVP conversation in the first place. And I think that really helped lift the Thunder, and I think that was a game they had to have because I think down 3-1, I don't know that they have the experience to come back from that.
Well, it's just looking at the scores, it's sort of an odd series right there. But again, I didn't see them, so let's just go watch some games. They will play again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. So let's get to the Eastern Conference. You got the Boston Celtics over the Cavaliers 3-1. And so basically, again, Celtics playing with their food.
A little bit. I think the series is closer than a lot of people think, but the issue is that Donovan Mitchell was out for that game 4. And it still wound up being a pretty close game, even without him on the floor. But Donovan Mitchell is the clear best player for the Cavs. And when he's not there, near the end of games, they need a guy to go get a bucket. And I still think that Darius Garland just doesn't have the playoff experience to do it. Evan Mobley, another good player, just doesn't have that playoff experience. And so Boston was able to take advantage of that. But like the way that Boston plays and the amount of talent that they have, like these games shouldn't be close, and they're close.
Yeah, I see that.
And even without Mitchell out there, like that's the thing I found to be surprising was just how inconsistent Boston can be. They don't turn the basketball over, and I think that helps them a lot. Even when they're having maybe not the best night shooting, they protect the basketball. They don't give it away, and that keeps them in games. But I wonder if the series would be different with Donovan Mitchell not dealing with the calf injury. He's kind of playing on one leg. So Boston's going to probably get the pass in this series and not really get tested at all.
Well, a gentleman's sweep gives them some rest. It's always good. All right, we got to take a break. We come back. We'll talk about Knicks and Pacers and many, many other things. Text line starting to load up again, too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing: help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. The Fanatic.
The Randy Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Just getting caught up on what's going on with, the NBA playoffs and stuff. We'll talk some Diamondbacks here in just a little bit. Still trying to get caught up on the old text line here. Okay, who changed Chief Skull's name to Chief School? Oh, that's the translation. So Skull is school?
I wonder what language it's trying to translate from.
I know. Maybe it's not understanding that is Viking or something. Chief Skull says, good afternoon, gents. Is that Jeffrey I hear after being gone for months? Keon and Randy were holding it down quite nicely. Oh, I know. Whenever I'm gone, for some reason, they both get massive erections on a regular basis, and they got to just hold it down because it's just
What?
not.
I don't
What?
think that's what he's saying. What?
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys don't get massive erections when I'm gone?
No.
No.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Moving on. Last Optimist says, are you going to cover the girl who entered the New York to Dublin portal or just let her stand there getting cold? What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know.
No, nobody?
Mm-mm.
No?
This
is going to be a thing where we end up feeling stupid later. Because
Potentially-
we should know this.
The New York to Dublin portal?
Not a clue. Oh, wait a second. There's some weird thing where in New York they call it a portal, and there's in Ireland there's a camera and a big like a round thing with a screen on it, so you can stand there and be looking face to face with somebody in either place. I think that's what this person's talking about.
I have seen that. I have seen that.
I don't know what girl you're talking about because it's not an actual portal you can walk through. So
It's just a very fancy webcam.
If she's getting cold, I'm guessing somebody got naked. That's what I'm guessing. So when he says, are we going to cover the girl? Well, we're not there, so we can't cover anyone who's naked.
I have never heard of this. Legitimately, I don't even know what all y'all are talking about.
We'll have to find a story, and I'll email you a link.
All right.
Because you're not on social media anymore. So, Average Joe says, I think they get massive erections when you're there, Jeffrey, not when you're gone. I've yet to hear about it. So, Cheesehead Bill says, happy Tuesday, gentlemen. Can I get a whiskey on the rocks? And Randy, if you'd like to come visit me at the QT, it's going to be a further drive now. I've moved to the store on Estrella Parkway and the I-10.
Estrella and the I-10.
Yeah. I guess now you've blown it. You had a chance, and now you've blown it to get what just right outside your house.
QT.
Fish Tank wants to know, when did we stop saying redonkulous? When did we start? I don't think I've ever said
I don't think I ever said redonkulous
I
ever.
think because Fish Tank and I are close to the same age. There was a time.
There was?
I
There was.
can't tell you. Those that know, know. But it's not redonkulous. It's not ridiculous. It's ridic.
It's not. We're not saying that. Moist one says JJ Redick. No, it's Reddick. I don't think we can do that.
See?
Pierre says, hello, Jeffrey. I'm so happy. So very happy that you have returned safely to the salon. Salon? Salon. You think we're working in a salon here? Or some word did not get translated to studio. How dare you, though, smear the great name of Rudy Gobert? He's a great guy. He developed an immunity to the COVID-19 for all in North America. Mwah! Thank you, Rudy Gobert. May I suggest for a restaurant Poulet Rouge St. Catherine's in Montreal for fried chicken. The best in Montreal. No, Pierre. No.
Wow.
I am never going to Montreal.
Never?
Well, unless I start doing stand-up again, and I'll go to the festival. The Just for Laughs festival.
There it is. Yeah, I could see that. Sure.
But outside of that, no, thank you. Fighting Wampa says, Randy, you haven't heard of the Dublin and New York portal? That's just ridiculous. All right, that's it. I'm gonna start 5-minute penaltying people who do that.
Also, salon in French could also mean show.
Oh. Well, see, that's because I'm not French and I don't know these things.
Yeah, no, I had to do a little
He's
specific
especially
one
not
word
French,
Google Translate.
but he is Canadian.
Not Canadian. Bruno Baller says, "Do you guys have free shampoo service on Tuesdays at your salon?" Yeah, no, nothing for free at our salon. Now, you know how much our rent is? Last Optimist says, tagged you on Twitter with the video. Oh, thank you, Last Optimist. I'll go take a look at that. Let's see. Big George says, pretty sure Estrella on the I-10 is pretty dang far. Actually, no, close to where you live, far where I live. Did you look it up, Randy?
No, not yet.
Just another face in the crowd says, well, now we know why QT sent him out to Egypt. Feel like it's because Randy never showed up.
Is that what it is?
It seemed like he was having a pretty good time out there. So
yeah. He was enjoying that store.
They sent him to Egypt because I wouldn't come into the store.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder where they'll send him this time if I don't make it over to the Australian I-10.
Welcome, Siberia, QT.
I can't.
Good to see you.
I can't imagine where they're going to send.
Maybe you put gas in tank for me. Okay. Poor guy. It's just not right what you've done to him. So, Keon, fill me in on Knicks and Pacers. Knicks and Pacers also tied up at 2. They're doing it like you're supposed to do it. Knicks won at home, Pacers won at home. Now they're back in New York, and actually that's happening tonight at 5 p.m. So fill me what the hell's going on there?
Yeah, I think that the game was very physical in New York, and then I don't know if Rick Carlisle's antics with the sending the 78 complaints to the NBA, got anything to change, or if it was just, hey, you got a little bit more juice in your own building. They've already shown the numbers that just, I think subconsciously referees will call a slightly in favor of the home team. So the Pacers got some more calls than they normally did get, at least in the first 2 games of the series. But whatever it was, they were playing much better at home. And the game 4 was really notable because the first 3 games of the series, very close. That 4th game was a blowout. I think like New York didn't even show up. It was like 15-point first quarter, 17-point second quarter, game was over. And at no point did the Pacers ever lay off of it. And I think that the momentum's kind of swinging in favor of Indiana because I don't care what Josh Hart has to say for the Knicks. I think that Tom Thibodeau and the way that he coaches and the fact that he refuses to really use his full bench has those guys worn down a little bit. We were talking about it yesterday. They didn't seem to have the legs. They were missing some shots and they were missing them short, which is usually, a sign that you just don't have the lift for shooting that you had before. I can't imagine.
It could be an anomaly. It could just be a day.
It could be a day, but it does seem like it's trending in the direction of New York being a little bit more gassed than Indiana. I also think Indiana is just a bigger basketball team. Like New York's not tall relative to them. And I think that that's affecting things too. So if they're going to let them play physically, I actually think that the Pacers have the advantage in all of that. And that's before you get to how kind of underrated Tyrese Halliburton's performance has been. He's been overshadowed by Jalen Brunson, who's been really good in the series. But Tyrese Halliburton is the point guard on the other side, and he is giving to the Knicks as good as Jalen Brunson has been putting at the Pacers. And I think that that's playing a massive factor as well. Pascal Siakam was a great trade deadline pickup for them, and he finally really showed himself in the series. I'm leaning towards the Pacers more in this series, even though they're going back to New York today.
All right. So it seems at least like a fun series, something worth watching. So, by the way, I just got the video from Last Optimist. And which side is she on? Is she on the Ireland side or the New York side? I'm guessing she's on the New York side. This gal walks up to this portal thing, and she's just flashing her breasts at everybody. So Ireland is getting an eyeful. I think Ireland's on the other side because it's dark in their side of the portal and it's light on this side of the portal. So I'm just guessing this is a New York girl. She's giving them a long eyeful. Now, don't worry. I'll post this. I'll retweet what Last Optimist gave me so you can see it. But it doesn't show anything. Not really. but you can see her just standing there like holding her shirt up, and just a whole crowd sitting there. Some gal in the back just puts her phone up like, all right.
Yeah, no, because New Yorkers are crazy, which is why I agree with you. I think it's on the New York side.
Yeah. Well, I was going scientifically, but
Yeah, I'm just going with
too.
I have been in New York, and those are some unhinged people.
I will repost that later. But so that's what's going on with the NBA playoffs. You got the Knicks and the Pacers at 5 p.m. And then after that at 7:30 p.m., you got Timberwolves and Nuggets. So it will be a nice night of basketball if you decide to watch. Speaking of basketball, man, just Draymond Green, I don't know what his deal is with Nurkic. They keep on, if either of them had any talent as rappers, there'd be diss tracks, But I guess so. Draymond Green, he goes on and he's like, Charles, talking to Charles Barkley, says, the Suns don't have a big man. Kevin Durant is their big man. They don't have a big man. Well, Nurkic has been our center for the year. And so now he says up and he's not happy either. So what did Nurkic have to say back?
He said, I see that brother still needs help.
Yep.
It's
his go-to line.
All about KD. He doesn't like, it wasn't complete sentences there. So I did the best I could.
Basically, these two guys are just continuing. I don't know if Draymond Green is continuing. Is he going to continue with the Warriors, you think?
With the Warriors?
They got to sort some stuff out over there.
I think they do have a lot of stuff to sort out, but they've got Clay to sort out, and he's going to be a free agent this summer. Obviously they have Draymond to sort out as well. I think both of those guys are taking pay cuts. I just don't know that they're leaving their respective teams. Maybe Clay is the more likely guy to leave, because I do think that the Orlando Magic are interested in having a veteran shooter on the squad. But I think with Draymond, I think he will continue to be a Warrior, because it'd just be weird for him not to be.
Not sure if Nurkic is going to be around. I wonder if they're going to say, well, maybe that's something we have to get better at. Maybe because we've got these 3 stars, maybe they'll keep 3 stars and go find a different center and maybe another point guard somewhere.
Easier said than done, because there's so many restrictions. They're over the salary cap, and there's like 3 levels of over the salary cap, and the Suns are in the 3rd level by a lot. So there are a lot of restrictions on what they can do, the kinds of trades they can make. They can't combine contracts to match, somebody else's contract anymore. That's one thing that's off the table for them. A lot of the contracts they will be signing will have to be, NBA minimum salaries. So you're not going to necessarily be able to go after the best of the best. You're going to have to probably find somebody in this draft who can help you, and then take somebody who is a minimum salary guy, or maybe you're looking at a trade. You could move Nurkic, but I just think that would be a very risky move without knowing who you've got coming back to fill that role.
Hey, remember when I said you guys need to bring me up to speed on some stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Did it not occur to you to tell me that the Suns fired and then hired a new head coach? Did that not even occur to you?
Was that not something that was happening while you were here?
No.
That's right.
I left. Okay. And Vogel gone, Budenholzer is in, and he's got a 5-year contract.
I forgot that you were gone at that point.
This happened pretty quickly, because this story is 4 days old about Budenholzer.
Yeah, we were hearing the rumors about Budenholzer the day you left.
I didn't know Budenholzer was from Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell, guys?
Yeah, I didn't remember that was a show that you missed.
Is this a good thing? Is this a good thing, you think?
I think it's a good thing, because he's an offensive coach. And one of the gripes about Vogel was that his offense wasn't very flexible. Makes sense. Vogel's a defensive guy. So you're getting a guy with a higher offensive IQ on the floor, and probably a better ability to communicate with players and get guys into spots that are actually places they want to be on the floor, and build an offense around that. So I do think it's probably better in the long run. So we'll see.
I'll read all about it.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't know you weren't here for that. I totally forgot.
sending my brother off to the great beyond. That's all. That's fine. All right, listen, that's 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Doug. To celebrate everyone who's customized and saved hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, we got a savings siren that goes off every time someone saves. There it is. It's a really more savings, which really, okay, a lot of savings. Little annoying now. Will you stop saving for 5 seconds?
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
You're expanding your business and need to add to your fleet. Maybe you need another semi-truck or trailer. Don't have the cash? I can help. I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital, and we offer no money down financing on new and used trucks and trailers. Whether you're an owner-operator or a fleet manager, I'll get the vehicles you need with the simple application and same-day approval. It's faster and easier than asking your banker. Call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps in Arizona looks like more than 27,000 members, 29 million hours served, nearly 75 million in scholarships, millions of lives changed. When you sign up for AmeriCorps in Arizona, you make a difference. Also, earn a living stipend, plus education scholarships. Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K2.1 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room. Sorry, dogs are fighting right here, and there's nobody to come save me. Of course, you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. Quit it. Go away. Sorry, they're stalking each other now. They're stalking each other, and now Steve-O is pounced. Buddy is fed up. They're going to be fighting in the background. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's getting ugly. And then, of course, they came over to the table here, and I have a banana just in case I get hungry, right? Or other things. And
Sure.
they came up. I'm like, why are they coming over here so much? They were sniffing at my banana.
Yeah.
That didn't sound right at all.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I am here with no supervision. My wife is out of town.
She's left you completely unsupervised.
Yeah, this is a classic mistake. But she'll be back in a couple days. It'll be fine. I just hope the dogs don't destroy the house. That's all. All right. I don't know. You want to talk some baseball, Randy?
Sure. Let's do that.
Did I do the thing? I did the thing.
Yeah.
All right. So the Diamondbacks, when I left, seemed to be in a good deal of hurt, and then they swept the Reds, which was nice. Then they got beaten a series to the Orioles, where they did get their 1W, and then now they've got a win up on the Reds again, and
Yes.
they play them again, I believe tonight. This evening, 7.
So so I'll try to catch you up the best that I can. The last game the Diamondbacks played.
Are we good again? Are we good again?
Well, we're treading water. Diamondbacks beat the Orioles in the final game on Sunday, 9-2, and Zach Gallen pitched an absolute gem in that game, just a beauty. And then last night, the Diamondbacks were at home taking on the Reds, who they just faced in Cincinnati, and a team that they beat 3 out of 3. So they swept them in Cincinnati. And they're so far this year, they're now 4-0 against the Reds. In dramatic fashion last night, the Diamondbacks walk it off and win 6-5. And you thought there for a while the Reds were going to win this game, kind of going away. I mean, they caught up quickly. They tied the game in the 6th, and then in the 8th, they went ahead and went ahead 5-3. And then the Diamondbacks scored 2 in the 9th on a hit by Newman, the shortstop, Kevin Newman, who happened to have gone last night 4 for 5. So Kevin Newman is hot right now, and you want to keep him in the lineup. Jock Peterson also contributed to what was going on last night. He's been in the DH slot against left-handed batters or right-handed pitchers. Sorry, he's been in the lineup as a DH against right-handed pitchers. And then Christian Walker, as of late, has been coming on. He went 1 for 4 yesterday, and it was good to see Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Remember, on opening day, he had a couple of bombs, and then he just he was quiet in the whole second half of April and the beginning of May, the first half of May. He's just been very quiet, hitting a buck something, and now his bat's starting to come alive as he got a walk and also got a hit yesterday. So some of the offense is starting to come around. Corbin Carroll was hitless last night, but he did draw a walk. And Ketel Marte was 1 for 5. So, I mean, again, everything seems to be starting to percolate in the offense. It's the pitching staff, Jeffrey, that's going to hurt us. Jordan Montgomery went 5 1/3. It gave up 6 hits and 3 earned, walked 3, but he struck out 7 guys, which was incredible. Joe Mantiply came in and he gave up a hit, but he also had a strikeout. So when Ryan Thompson came in at the second half of the 5th inning and stopped, it's the 6th inning, when Ryan Thompson came in, shut down Cincinnati. Mantiply came in, he closed the door. Kevin Ginkel gave up 2 earned, and then Justin Martinez came in and he stopped them in their tracks and gave the Diamondbacks a chance to come back and win the game. So Diamondbacks in the 9th in dramatic fashion win, scoring 2 runs off that Kevin Newman single into right field. So it was a pretty fun game to watch last night. And I think the Diamondbacks, as long as they can keep treading water until they get their full pitching staff back, we're still waiting word on Merrill Kelly. We'd sure like to see the Edgar Rodriguez, like to see him get into the lineup and see what he can do. It's going to be a while for Jordan Montgomery to really get up to speed. He didn't have a spring training this year, so this is all kind of catch up for him. But I will say that Zach Gallen looks lights out again, like he did last season. So when Zach Gallen's on the hill, we've got a good shot to win that game. We've just got to get Jordan Montgomery up to speed, get Merrill Kelly back. And then I think Brandon Pfaadt is putting a lot of pressure on himself. That's a kid that's he's going to come around second half of the season. And I think you're going to see some good things out of him too. I think he's just putting a lot of pressure on himself right now.
You think, is Zach Gallen playing every 3rd game? Is that why we're winning every 3rd game?
Well, he's every fourth or 5th day, I believe, is what the rotation is right now. Every 4th or 5th day, I think is when
almost
Zach
lines up. It almost lines up.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for the update there. So what I'm going to take away from that is we're goodish.
Yeah. I mean, I say we're treading water. We've got a pretty good stretch of games coming up here, Jeffrey. That's really going to tell the tale of the Arizona Diamondbacks the first half of the season. We play the Marlins. We play the Dodgers in a couple of weeks here. We've got the Tigers after this series with the Reds. We've got the Tigers in town for 3. We go to L.A. For 3 against the Dodgers. Then the Marlins come to town, and then the Rangers will be waiting for us. So the next few weeks, it's going to be a pretty good stretch for the Arizona Diamondbacks, especially the 3 against the Dodgers. We really, if we want to get some ground made up, we've got to put a hurt on the LA team. Otherwise, like I said, we're just treading water. We're just kind of holding our own.
888-368-1580. And all right, well, here go Diamondbacks. Yeah. So you see that Mariners fan that he was sitting there and he's minding his own business. Mariners won this game over the Kansas City Royals the other night, and Josh Rojas fouled the ball off down the left line, right? And this dude, Julio Rodriguez, he's like, hey, well, he's wearing a Julio Rodriguez jersey, but I'm just going to say it's Julio Rodriguez. Why not? And he didn't have a glove, no glove. And he's like, boom, catches the foul ball. Everyone's like, yay. And the guy's like, oh my God, I caught a foul ball. This never happens. And then the next pitch, another foul ball, same guy catches the second one. Now he's got 2. He got 2 foul balls in 2 pitches.
How fun is that?
Dear God. I mean, the luck and the fact he caught him gloveless.
Yeah.
I've seen guys keep fouling off the same exact direction. I've just never seen it go to the same guy twice. You should turn on your microphone, Keon.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's all.
It's a little button there for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, what are the odds? Do they actually have odds on that sort of thing?
I don't know. Can you imagine? I mean, you're in a stadium full of people, and you catch two foul balls in a row, and consecutive pitches. I mean, come on, that's crazy.
So, I'm happy if the Diamondbacks can hang in there and get better. I'm happy about that. Happy for this Mariners fan. George says, Jeffrey, the Diamondbacks need to get to 500 first before we even think about playoffs.
Yeah.
I never mentioned the playoffs.
I didn't hear you say that. You just asked if we were good. Again.
Good-ish. We're good-ish. I'll settle for good-ish. It means that you never know what's going to happen in any given game. He says losing 2 of 3 to the Orioles did not help. Meanwhile, the Padres keep getting better by trading for Luis Reyes. Diamondbacks need to make some moves to better this team. What moves can they make right now?
Well, right now, I mean, we've got a lot of injuries, and remember this bullpen has been abhorrent in April and the first part of May. But all of a sudden, I mean, they've started to come on and try to shut down the other team when you get a quality start out of your starting pitcher. So really what's happening is the other team's getting a lead, and this bullpen is coming in, and they're helping their starting pitcher out. They're standing up. Now, last night they did give up a couple of earned runs, which is not what you want your bullpen to do, but it happens, and the Diamondbacks were able to use their offense to get out of that game. The Diamondbacks should have won 2 of 3, to be honest, in the Baltimore series. The second game was a walk-off hit that the Baltimore Orioles did. They walked off on the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks had the lead, and the bullpen gave it up late. But it wasn't like a blunder. I mean, it was just like good hitting and good baseball. And it's not like they gave up like just these, moon shots out of the stadium. I think it was a base hit that scored the tying and then the winning run at the same time. So kind of like last night. Diamondbacks could have won 2 of 3. That's why I'm saying I think the Diamondbacks are treading water until they can get past some of the starting pitching woes that they've had and some of the relief pitching injuries that they've had and get back on track again. We've got to have starting pitching. We got to have more guys to back up Zach Gallen.
You can only tread water for so long. I know this because I watched Magnum PI. Remember the episode where Magnum had to tread water for like 30 hours or something?
Yes. Yeah.
And he was hallucinating. And old Rick was out there with his boat and like really close to him, went right by him, and he Magnum's in the water. He's like having memories about his dad teaching him how to tread water and all that stuff. And I was like, man, I know about treading water from Magnum PI.
There you go. So like Magnum PI. the Diamondbacks need to tread water.
Makes me wish I had a friend with a helicopter, though.
Like TJ.
Don't we all?
Just as a guy that come, yell at me a lot, but pick me up anyway.
When Miss Kim and I were last fall when we were over in Hawaii,
yeah,
TJ's helicopter was flying around still.
They have like several of those in people that it's not really him. There's several.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
I don't want to go in a helicopter anyway.
Me neither.
If I had a friend named TJ, and like you get them flying drone things with a lot of propellers, I'll feel safer. I just feel like I feel like a helicopter. I shouldn't be getting in a helicopter right now.
Well, I mean, helicopters do actually break the law of physics. They're not supposed to fly.
No. They don't. What?
They're not supposed to fly.
Who told you they break a law of physics? That's not true.
If you think about a helicopter,
it's not breaking a law of physics.
It
not
is breaking the. It's
using
not supposed
the law
to fly.
of figates. It's
Figates?
using the.
What does figates have to do with
the
helicopters?
laws of figates?
Yeah, the laws of figates are being used.
Only the laws of figates. Oh, and then fine.
Well, the little the whirly thing on top. The blades they're shaped like wings, so it's basically the wings spinning around, and that's how it gets lift. So it's using actual figate.
Yes, it is.
It sure is. I don't know what the hell's going on with my mouth right now.
You're really
Shut up,
starting.
moist one.
You're starting to be ridiculous right now.
Oh no! Don't even start with that. I'm going to give you a 5-minute penalty,
please.
He's
trying
motion.
to get a 5-minute penalty.
Physics.
That 5-minute penalty is going to turn into a 20-minute break for Randy.
Hefty Lefty says, if I get in, I'm shouting Kobe in a helicopter. Maybe it's frowned upon. Is that like yelling fire in a theater?
Yeah, don't.
Depends on who's in the helicopter with you, I guess. If it's that gal that was in the hotel room in Colorado, she's laughing her ass off. Well, okay, that was probably a poor choice of words too. Moist one says famous last words. Which one was famous last words? I don't know what the famous last words were. What are you talking about, Moist one? He says Josh Rojas has been great for the Mariners this year. Yeah, okay, good for you. Whatever. We're not talking about the Mariners, Moist one. We're talking about the Diamondbacks, okay? The Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I think he was just talking about the guy in the Rojas jersey. And then he said, well, actual Josh Rojas has been really good.
Yeah. So about the Mariners, are they any good?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Don't, because now he's, don't. Lost Toby says CP3 joining NBA countdown for the playoffs. Only way he's making it back to the finals. Am I right, everybody?
Oh, come on.
Damn, straight fire.
That's so mean.
Oh, hey, Mormon guy is back.
Hey, Mormon guy.
Mormon guy, of course, as you know, he works on helicopters for Boeing. The military ones, not the ones that fall out of the sky and explode and have doors fall off. He says helicopters do not necessarily defy the law of physics, but they do use principles of physics to achieve flight. That's what I said. One way that helicopters differ from fixed-wing aircraft is that they're able to hover in place and fly in any direction, including backwards and sideways. This is achieved through the use of a rotor system that generates lift and thrust. The rotor blades are shaped like airfoils, similar to the wings of an airplane. I feel like I said that too. And when they spin, they create lift. By tilting the rotor blades in different directions, the pilot can control the direction of flight. However, helicopters are still subject to the laws of physics, Randy, including gravity, drag, and the need to generate lift to stay airborne.
If they don't generate lift, then they are dragging along the ground at a high rate of speed, and ultimately they are grounded because the gravity sucks them back into the earth at terminal velocity.
Feel like the word that we're looking for here is the word we're looking for here is plummet. Because if the thing stops, you plummet.
Yeah, there's no longer drag.
No gliding.
There's just.
Don't worry, I can auto rotate. You can auto asphyxiate because you're still going to die. I'm sorry. I don't buy that auto rotate crap.
Yeah, the moment that the blades stop moving, you start calling out names of various deities, hoping that they'll help you. That's what happens next.
Unless you're TJ and you're over the water, then you can just jump in the ocean.
That's true.
So we do appreciate that, Mormon guy, that you just read to us from the Book of Mormon, chapter helicopter. That was verse right there. just
Chapter and verse. There you go.
Chief Skoll says, I worked for a company that built helicopters. And he said, that was cool. It had no tail rotor for steering. It would pick up twice its weight load centered. And he sent me a picture. It's a very small picture. What the hell kind of helicopter is that? What company is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Fish Tank says, was that the entire Wikipedia page on helicopters? Or I don't know, man. I think he just gave us a very simple. I gave a simpler definition, which I thought was all everybody understood that, right?
I did.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
so the on the tail, little spinny thing in the back, that's just the rudder. That goes fast or slow to give you right or left. Does that make sense, Randy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Still not supposed to fly.
It absolutely is supposed to fly. But I'll tell you what, I will trust a drone helicopter with a bunch of little blades. So if one goes bad, at least the others still work, But I feel like if they all stop, you're probably going to plummet again too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moist One says, I can show you my helicopter. No. And by the way, your helicopter, it's just a sad little spinny thing. It's not, I don't know if helicopter is the right word for that.
Oh my.
Chief Skoll says Cayman Aerospace. It's the K-Max. I'll look that up. I'm kind of interested in that. Not yours, Moist One. Not yours. Hefty Lefty says, there used to be a website. There used to be a website where you could, if you're lucky and the thinky wheel stops. He says there used to be a website where you could watch a helicopter spin for hours. Spin for hours? What do you mean spin? Mormon guy says, according to God's guidance in the word of wisdom, Mormons learn to avoid caffeine, alcohol, and the principle of physics as it applies to helicopters. Wow.
Well, I don't think you quite avoided it, since
the fact your Bible can actually mention helicopters means that is way too new early.
It's a very recent Bible. That's
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know when the helicopter was invented, but pretty recent.
Moist One, you can call it meat spin all you want. I still don't want to see it.
Yeah.
as though describing it
spin for you.
Oh my God.
Just another face in the crowd says the tail rotor also counteracts the torque of the main rotor. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
now everybody's
keep you from
looking
going
up on
into
Wikipedia.
a tailspin. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, this show's about to go on a tailspin. So let's take a break, and when we come back,
I thought that was every day.
Talk about other things. That's what we'll do. Other things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin up yourself on the party, this is most so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistible, soft and hella nice. My crew is always stocked. It's our party wine. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
What seems to be the problem?
Doctor, thank God. My husband found out Cricket Wireless has 5G plans for $15 a month, and his jaw just dropped.
Did he hear about Cricket's blazing fast 5G?
Yep.
What about their reliable nationwide coverage?
Yes, that too.
I see. Unfortunately, there's no cure. But you will have really fast 5G.
Get jaw-droppingly fast 5G for $15 a month. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Video may be limited to SD. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. Subject to change. See store for details.
Serving on a jury is your constitutional right. So when you get your jury summons in the mail, respond and put your rights to work. It's really that simple. Arizona has increased juror pay. If your company doesn't pay for jury service and you're picked to serve in Superior Court, you will get paid your lost wages up to $300 per day. Our courts are fair because you are there. Learn more at azcourts.gov/jury service. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Supreme Court.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Greatest thing right now. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. During the break, I went to say something to Randy, and I jumped up into the microphone, and it static shocked the crap out of me. My lip still hurts. Just pop. Did you hear a pop when that happened?
No, I did not.
Lord, that hurt. Anyway, hey, it's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I don't trust my microphone anymore. I'm a little scared. So I was like, I'm just going to grab it with my hands and make sure nothing happened. Average Joe says, Volbeat. Nice intro. Yeah, we've had that one a while, Average Joe. That just means you don't listen enough, I guess. Excuse me. No, I'm all burpy. Mormon guy says, I actually like talking about helicopters. Anything else you guys want to know about helicopters? Generally speaking, though, I can't get into too many specifics. That requires top secret clearance. But we're not going to ask you about the Apache attack helicopter. You know, at least nothing classified.
And we're also not at an advanced enough level to understand that. We would probably just ask you about helicopters in general. Just
like, why can't they fly upside down? I know that there has been some pilots who have been able to invert a helicopter briefly, but why can't a helicopter fly upside down? I mean, I know why, but still, I mean, at least in a loop, do a loop to loop or something. It's a very rare thing. Or are there some helicopters that can't? That's all I got. Anybody else have any helicopter questions for the Mormon guy? Helicopter questions?
No.
How many people get out of a helicopter and don't duck and get their heads chopped off? Because everybody ducks when they get out of a helicopter. I feel like that's not even necessary.
I feel like it's not necessary either.
But everybody does it.
Yeah. Because obviously you don't get out of the helicopter and jump, but
Kyler Murray can just get out of the helicopter and jump and walk straight up. But I mean, the rest of us, do we have to duck, or is it just it's psychological? So I guess there's two questions. Why can't helicopters do loop to loops? And do you have to duck, or will your head get cut off? What else? Anything?
Actually, those are the two I've always wanted to know too. So
okay.
Speaking for the people.
Hamilton Porter, I will get with that in a little bit, but yes, we will absolutely. I'll save your text until we get there. Let's see.
I've got a fun fact if you'd like to hear it. About,
is it about
Apache.
helicopters?
Yeah, about the Apache.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know the pilot is sitting in the back of behind the weapons specialist? Did you know?
Okay. No, I mean, don't they do that with? Well, I guess there's other planes where the pilot sits in the back.
I don't know of airplanes where pilots sit in behind the.
Well, I'm talking like in World War I.
I still don't know of any aircraft.
There were. Pilot would sit in the back, and then the gunner would sit in the front.
But in the Apache, that's what happens. You have your weapon specialist that sits in front.
Moist one, we're not asking Mormon guy why they call it the cockpit. We're just not doing it. Because we know why you're asking. So is that it for helicopter questions?
I mean, I would think so, yeah. Yeah.
Hamilton Porter says, every time one of those bastards flies over my house, I say, oh, crap, OJ's on the run again. Or those the things that monitor your speed by radar. What are you talking about? The drone or talking about the helicopters? I was driving down the 202 by the Boeing, used to be McDonnell Douglas site, and there was a helicopter. I couldn't tell if that was military or not. I don't know. Mormon guy says, well, that's an easy question to answer. People duck when getting on or off a helicopter as a safety precaution to avoid decapitation. Okay. Is decapitation an actual threat? He says the main rotor blade of a helicopter is flexible and can dip as low as 5 to 6 feet off the ground, even when the engines are idling. Sudden gust of wind, mechanical failure, rotor tilt could bring the rotor tip down to head level for a moment. Well, let's say I'm 6 feet tall and I kind of dick down 1 foot. I can still get chopped up by the whole. What the hell, man? Why don't they just push the blade up a little higher so this doesn't decapitate people?
I'm deeply confused. I have more questions because
I am not getting on a helicopter.
Yeah, now I will never get on a helicopter because you mean to tell me that because my knees
There's
suck.
a chance.
I have played basketball in a very rough manner for a good chunk of my life. My knees are done. Ducking is not easy for me to do. So you mean to tell me that if I can't at 5'10", it's possible that my head could come clean off my shoulders? No, I don't like those odds at all.
Saying it's not 100% safe. All right, I ain't getting on no damn helicopters anymore.
Either that, or if I get on the helicopter, I get on before you start it, and I get off when it's all the way off.
Keon is there 20 minutes later, then the last blade goes,
yep,
and stops. How long does it take for them to stop completely? Because I'm sitting there too. Hell, this
is not a chance. That's not a way to go out.
I'm not trying to cosplay Kurt Cobain here. I want my full head on my shoulders, please.
Cosplay Kurt Cobain. Oh, jeez.
Hamilton Porter says, finally an advantage to being Jewish since the tallest of us are 5'9". That's not true. It's not true. That's a little true. It's not true. Just another face in the crowd says most people are ducking because of the rotor wash. It's like when you walk in some grocery or convenience store, it has a blower when you walk through. Oh yeah, I don't care for that either.
Yeah.
But I don't duck when I walk in the grocery store.
Yeah, but because you know the motion of the blade, it's possible, like psychologically, you're like, oh no.
Few people I've ever seen get decapitated going in the grocery store.
Same. I
I
hope that number is 0 for everyone.
I said few. Flappy Mac says, favorite helicopter movie scene? I got mine. We'll do share. I don't know that that's something that we're going to be able to get much motion out of with the text line. All right, everybody, tell me your favorite helicopter scene.
Look, if you're the kind of person that you've got your favorite helicopter scenes ranked 1 through 5, then you're a special kind of person.
I don't know.
Do with that what you will.
Think I got a favorite. I mean, helicopters have been in movies. No, I got nothing on that one. Maybe from Deadpool. Didn't somebody go into a helicopter blade or something in Deadpool?
I think so. In the second one.
Yeah, when they were all plummeting to Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know, Flappy Max, you're going to have to help. Hamilton Porter says, I read that. Hurry Harry says, Kyler'd be safe. I beat you to that joke, buddy. Hefty Lefty says, those door blowers are great. You know, they cools down the sweat that's undoubtedly dripping down my man boobs every summer. I don't want to talk about man boobs. Arrowhead of the class says Da Vinci designed a helicopter type machine in the 1480s, so they're not as new as you might think.
But like an actual functioning helicopter, though.
Yeah, Da Vinci did.
Da Vinci designed one, but I don't think he actually built a helicopter that worked.
Hurry, Harry, we know those air curtains when you go into the grocery store to keep the flies out, but they could also decapitate you, so be careful. 888
Got a duck.
368-59. You got a duck? Well, I guess it could decapitate a duck if it,
Oh, well, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I was trying to. So let's talk about Oregon State and Washington State. The Pac-2, the last teams in the Pac-2. So they're just sitting there. They have nobody else. By the way, there's something else that happened while I was gone. GCU left the WAC, and now they're in.
Well, they're not gone yet. July of 25 is when they're actually moving.
For our purposes, it's over. I mean,
Okay.
what other
All right.
sports do they have? It's not like they're playing football or anything. They're not playing. I think they're finishing up their baseball season, or I don't know.
Yeah, but
Well,
they're going to
it's
play
not
one
happening
more.
in
They're
one more
playing-
season.
They're going to be in the
Basketball
WAC
and
this upcoming
Oh,
basketball
25.
season. Yeah.
yeah, 2025.
I hate that so much. When you
Well-
decide to go, just go.
Well,
Why
they
does there need to
would
be-
like to, but of course, some of these teams have their games pre-scheduled and things in advance, so you kind of have to slot yourself in, like basically a year from now. So
I think they should. Irish
because
should buy that. Just buy.
There's a financial penalty for just leaving a conference without without notice. It's pretty steep. I don't think GCU, who has been pretty wise with how they've spent their money and invested their money in these programs, would do that.
They've been good stewards. So where are they going?
They're going to the West Coast Conference with Gonzaga and St.
Gonzaga.
Mary's and Loyola Marymount and a couple other big times.
So let me ask you: when they show up there, are they getting their asses wiped every place, or are they going to be
No.
able to hang in with these guys?
I think they're going to be able to hang.
I think they'll be able to hang for a couple of reasons. They finally got that top 25 win in the regular season last year, and in the first round of the NCAA tournament, they beat St. Mary's, who was the West Coast Conference champion, regular season champ.
The other part is now that they're doing that, they kind of have to win the WAC again. They kind of have to win it.
I think they will.
Seriously, because if you're going to another place or if you're moving up and you don't win the last year you're in the WAC, I feel like that doesn't look great.
I mean, maybe, but I think that, I mean, if they don't, it's probably going to be because Seattle U got it, and Seattle U's also going to the West Coast Conference with GCU. So it's not a move by themselves. They're bringing their rival with them, which I think is pretty cool. And I think winning the WAC is not going to be, off the table for GCU. In fact, I think that they're going to be the favorites again. I'm just saying, look out for Seattle U. That team's tough, and it's always a nightmare when GCU has to go up there and play them in Seattle.
Well, it'll be an interesting season for GCU, and we look forward to having them back here on 1580 The Fanatic. Glendale Runner says, "Hey, Keon, look, I2 cortisone injections for your knees. Just had mine done." I think he's trying to suggest you get cortisone injections for your knees.
I will consider that.
How long do they last you, Glendale Runner?
Because if they last a while, I would invest in that.
Does it help crunchy knees? My knees don't hurt, but they make an awful lot of gravel noise as I walk up and down stairs. Is that something cortisone, or is that just for pain? I think that's just for pain, right?
Potentially.
It's okay if you don't know. You just say,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember because I know, because both my parents are nurses. So there's just some stuff that's just kind of floating around up there. And I'm trying to remember.
Glendale Runner, does that help my crunchy knees or not? I don't know. I guess you're not a doctor. Why am I asking you? Hamilton Porter says, does the antelope kill call transfer to the WCC?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The antelope kill call goes wherever the antelope goes because the antelopes are killers.
Yeah, except for they're not. And
they are. Yeah. Oh, no, they are.
So listen to this. So I'm in a coastal town in Oregon while I was gone. And I'm in a Verbo, it's like Airbnb, but with no vowels. I don't know.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and so
Their competitor.
I'm out on the back porch there, and I'm looking across the beautiful landscape of a coastal town in Oregon. And there's a field off in the distance there, and trees and all this stuff. I bleep you not, I'm standing there looking out. 40 elk come just walking right across down into a field. They laid down for a minute. They hung out, and then they wandered off the forest. I said, them arrogant sons of bitches. And then I realized, no, there's a refuge, and you're not allowed to shoot elk. So there's just a crap ton of elk. And I was just like, I just need one. So But it was beautiful. I mean, just 40 elk for no apparent reason. And nobody warns me that this is a possibility. They warned me that I was in a tsunami zone. They warned me there could be earthquakes. Nobody said there could be a crap ton of elk just wandering by.
Yes, that is information you should know.
Especially if I'm walking along and now I am face to face with 40 elk, like some idiot at Old Faithful getting gored by bison.
Yeah.
I'm getting my ass whooped by 40 elk.
And then people will stand there and go, well, what an idiot. Why was he just hanging around with 40 elk? Well, it's because he didn't know that 40 elk showing up out of the forest was possible.
Had no idea. It was awesome. I took some pictures and video. I didn't go near them because I'm not an idiot. I don't need a selfie with 40 elk. That, like, one bison has just been effing up tourist after tourist. Now I'm going to walk over to 40 elk. That just increases the odds of me just being dead.
You could outrun
don't do that.
an elk. I don't think you can outrun 40 elk.
I don't think you can outrun an elk. No.
I told my sisters, we were walking along. I'm like, I'll outrun you guys, because bears were also a possibility. I found out later. Bears might come up. I'm like, I'm not going to push you down and run because the bear might pass you and still chase the running guy. I'm just going to outrun you. So if anything happens, you
like if you know
faster than me.
If you know that you're the slowest person in that group of people, just go ahead and play dead right off the bat.
Yeah,
don't even, because then you'll just be eaten by a bear, but tired.
Right. There's no reason to wear yourself out before you get eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know for a fact. Listen, I might try to help my wife. My sisters, good luck. You're on your own. I'm gone. Whatever burst of speed that I need. I may have a heart attack at the end, but guess who's not getting eaten by a bear? This guy. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Oregon State and Washington State, but there's a thing about that, and we'll tell you what it is, and more of your texts may come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Glendale Runner confirms, Keon, that cortisone is for the snapping and crackling knees. He says, just had mine done and restarted my run program last week. Not sure how long this is going to last. You didn't ask? I think it's like the first thing I'd ask the doctor. When do I got to come back and get more shots?
It's
It's shots,
needles into my knees. I'd like to know how long that's good for.
Yeah, it's like that Ozempic stuff. If you gotta jab yourself right in the stomach with it. That's like you grab a little.
Man, that's how you know it works.
Yeah. I don't know if I can give myself a shot, but my wife is like, you should try that Ozempic. I'm like, what the hell?
Any reason why?
I think she thinks I'm a fat bastard now, I guess. But she says, oh, no, because what'll happen there is you lose the weight really fast, and then it's easier to start your workout program, and then you just don't need it anymore. I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
maintaining
want to poop
is
my pants, that's all.
That's true. That's true. I completely forgot that was a side effect.
And it's really expensive, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I feel like I should just work out. I should do it the old-fashioned way and not poop my pants. I mean, the humor that I would get from like, oh geez, that would be funny to me. I would hate it. And then be like, here's the thing: you take a shot once a month, which means if you poop your pants in the first couple of days, you've got another month of that before it wears off. So you're like,
Just
I'm
30
quitting
days.
this. I'm quitting this, but the pooping my pants is going to say, we're not quitting you yet. It's like, oh, geez. Don't know if I can handle that. All right. Somebody had texted something to me and I had it on the screen and I lost it. So if I have skipped your text, I apologize. Let's see here. Ringless Joe says, every day the Heat wake up and kick themselves in the ass for not trading for Dame Lillard. Heroes of the East have fallen.
I mean, they tried.
By the way, speaking of the East, Keon was telling me this off air. He's like, LeBron James is hanging out watching the Cavs play. I think he had a bottle of wine under his seat too, or something
like that.
Who else gets away with bringing a bottle of anything into a basketball game?
Much less that stadium, which is he basically owns it.
But Keon was saying that there's a history of the last time that LeBron came and watched the Cavs playing in a game, or I guess the playoffs. He ended up playing for them. He came back to them the next season. So Keon and I were talking. I was thinking, well, maybe that means that LeBron's looking to go back and retire as a Cleveland Cavalier. It's speculation,
and it's not off the table. It's 100% when they lost in that finals and LeBron went to go see the Cavs. Pat Riley was freaking out because he knew, LeBron still has that affinity for Cleveland. It's the place he grew up. It's the place that's very special to him. He promised to win a championship there, and now he has done it. What a way to end your career than to go out one last season. And different guys try to do the farewell tour differently. Some guys don't like it; they just leave. Like Tim
LeBron
Duncan.
will like it.
LeBron will like it, and I think the farewell tour for him in Cleveland will be much nicer than the one in LA.
I wonder if one of the conditions will be that you have to let LeBron have a bottle of wine under the bench.
I'm sure LeBron James could drive his Rolls Royce into the locker room if he wanted to.
Yeah. Just another face in the crowd says, I guess those elk were giving you their version of the bird, Jeffrey. Well, they were just walking by. I don't feel like they were giving me the bird or anything.
They weren't being insulting.
They're just minding their own damn business, really. And I was way far away. Well, not way far away, but I was on the porch of a house. They weren't going to come mess with me. Hamilton Porter says, when I was in Yellowstone, we had a 2-hour delay because a bison sat in the middle of the road. Point, don't piss off bison. They'll do what they want. Let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there ain't no shift in it.
Yeah, you don't let bison do anything. They just do it.
Let's see here. Glendale Runner says, I read that about the cortisone. I'm intrigued. But see, if my knees don't hurt and they just make all that noise, I guess I could just live with it. Slow Mo Zoe says, here's an interesting fact. Orcas are the #1 predator of moose. They get them when they're swimming across the channels by Alaska. My God. That is an interesting, I'm not gonna lie, that's an interesting fact. Isn't it? Don't you think that's interesting, Randy?
Yes, absolutely. I did not know that.
Orcas are the #1 predators of moose. I love this so much because the surprise on that moose's face just before they're like, dude, what the hell? Chief Skull says, Keon, go get prolotherapy.
You're going to have to explain what that is. I have never heard that.
They inject glucose into the affected area to swell it up and get more white blood cells to the area that'll heal the area. I had it done years ago. It took 22 injections in one knee and haven't had an issue in 25 years.
Now that I can do. Yeah.
You can do 22 injections?
I mean, if it lasts for a quarter of a century.
Chief Skull, did they do it all at once? 22 injections, like, do you do that or is it over time? Because if you're going to give me 22 injections, you're going to knock my ass out. And then you can do all the injections you want. Take selfies with my my butt. I don't even care at that point as long as I'm out.
Take selfies with my butt?
Yeah,
no, thank you. I'd prefer to use a camera.
Well, yeah, there's that. There's always that. Dr. Roadmap says corticosteroids are anti-inflammatory. Phosphate-based ones last about 6 weeks. I forget, is Dr. Roadmap an actual doctor?
Well, there's doctor in his name.
I'm just saying. Got to know, Dr. Roadmap. Are you an actual doctor? That would mean we got a lot of doctors listening. Surprising, to be honest. Hefty Lefty says, you know what else jump starts your workout? The fact that my wife is working out quite a bit, and you know what that means? He says, no. Steroids. I don't want to shrink nothing. I don't feel like I got, I don't know. No, I don't, you say the twig and berries. I don't want those berries to be grape nuts. You know what I mean? Just little, I don't want that.
And if you're trying to lose fat, like steroids don't help you do that. That's
right.
If you build muscle, the muscle will, boost your metabolism and you will burn fat that way. But it's not faster than just doing cardio.
I'll try natural first, and then the next day, because I'll be like, forget this. Then I'll do Ozempic. And I only have like 20 pounds to lose, so I don't know if they'd even give it to me.
Not unless you were like pre-diabetic or close to being diabetic. I don't think they would.
What if I ate a big meal before I went in?
They're going to ask you that and try to account for it.
I'll be like, no. Wilbur says, you guys don't get it. Not only did LeBron have a bottle of wine, he also had a bong and a dog with him. No, he didn't. He didn't have a bong. And what dog? What are you talking about? Big George says, did you guys finally see that Dublin portal thing? Yeah, somebody tweeted me on it. And
I think it was Last Optimist on the Twitter there.
And it doesn't show everything, but it shows a bit. And the people in Ireland, they just, I feel like everyone was good and drunk and enjoyed it. Ringless Joe says Miami Heat have 3 championships.
Yes.
Since the 90s. Celtics have 1. Celtics, other championships don't count because they won them back when Moses was in grade school.
Wow.
They all have more championships than the Suns. I'm saying that before anyone else can, because I know they're going to try to rub our noses in it.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand why we're comparing the Heat and Celtic championship count. We didn't. All that was brought up was that, the Heat should have gotten Dame Lillard, which I don't know that would have necessarily helped since he ended with calf injuries at the end of the season. But regardless, they tried to get him. I don't know what Miami and Boston has to do with this particular show today.
Hey, you want to hear something gross?
Sure.
T-Licious says, just saw some disturbing news. Mark Davis got his 26-year-old girlfriend knocked up. Well, as long as the kid gets his mom's hair, I guess. Oof.
Yeah. Wow.
The Celtics, they won one in 2008. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
That the Celtics haven't had any before then?
Well, no, that the ones before then don't count because they were forever ago. And since
it depends on what you mean forever, because
since 90, they only have one, I think is what he said.
Just another face in the crowd says, who knew Bullwinkle could swim? Oh yeah, that would be the worst episode ever. Hey, Rocky, watch me swim across the
Son of a bitch!
Orca got him. Damn, Orca got him.
Free Willy, man.
Hurry Harry says, interesting fact about bison. Their head can weigh up to 10% of their body weight. Some of them can weigh a ton. That means the head would weigh 200 pounds.
So they headbutt you with that. You are
done.
Yeah.
Just done.
That's a good night for the rest of your life, potentially.
Chief Skull says, yes, I guess 22 injections all at once. And he says, I didn't do anything to numb the area. That's manly as hell. That is manly as hell. Well done, Chief Skull. Mormon guy says, I hope your mother isn't listening, Jeffrey. I think she'd be okay with some of this stuff. I think she'd be okay with this. Glendale Runner says, the doctor told me I'd be good for 8 months to a few years. Amount of use will determine longevity of the injection. Well, he's talking about just the basic cortisone. So 8 months to a couple of years on that. So one shot, 8 months to maybe even a couple of years. The other one, 22 shots forever. It's an interesting conversation to have with your doctor, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Random texter says, speaking of doctors, Randy, don't you have a doctorate in meteorology? And if
I
do you hold any other doctorates?
No, I have a doctorate in manology, but that's more of an honorary
I
degree.
bestowed that upon you, just like your meteorology one was just made up.
No, that's not made up. I worked hard for that. Doctor of Weather. You can call me Dr. Weather if you'd like.
Fraudulent doctor.
Because I do the weather forecast for this very radio station. I'm the chief meteorologist.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, were you part of that geopolitical storm that was happening up there?
Yes, I did. I saw this guy protesting in both sort of pink and green.
Very good.
Fact, when I was in Oregon, I think I probably saw more green than you guys saw down here, because the green is the top of it, and the reddish color or pink or whatever, fuchsia maybe, is what's towards the tail end of the Northern Lights. But I got some great pictures of the Northern Lights. But at first, my sister and I are standing there on the beach and we're looking up, and I'm like, I'm not sure. It looks like I see lines, but I don't really. And in my brain, I was thinking like in the movies where it's all wispy and it's all cool. This was just sort of like streaks. And so then I got my camera and I turned it on the night vision thing, and I just held it there, took a picture, and I was like, holy crap, we are seeing the Northern Lights. So bucket list for my sister, and I thought it was pretty cool. So did you guys see the lights here?
No.
Turns out you could have if you tried.
Light pollution made it hard to see. Like if you were maybe further away from the city, you probably saw it more clearly. But
yes,
for those of us who live smack dab in the middle of the city, didn't see anything.
Yeah, there was a bright little sliver of moon when we were standing there on the beach, and so that I think that made it hard for me to tell. So I really kicked myself for not taking a picture while on the beach. It was when I was walking back to the house, and we went through. There was a row of trees that sort of blocked out the moon, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, So that's how we knew for sure. So it was pretty cool. I mean, it's like the new thing. It's like a fad thing. I think people went on Facebook, stole other people's pictures, and posted it like it was their own. Like, I saw Northern Lights,
and it's the third version of that same picture you've seen that day.
I have great pictures, but I posted zero. I'm just sharing them with anyone who wants to see them. I can show you if you'd like, Keon.
Yeah, I'd love to see them.
He's like, yeah, I'd love to see them. A bunch of pictures from Jeffrey.
Why would that be a problem?
Hefty Lefty, random texter, we'll get a weather forecast in the next hour. Hefty Lefty says getting prescribed Ozempic is becoming like getting medical card for marijuana a few years ago. Oh, yeah, everybody's just a new fad. And I really wonder how many poop their pants. I just don't want to be the one that poops my pants. Moist One says P.F. Chang's is an aphrodisiac.
Excuse me?
P.F. Chang's, I guess. I don't know. Chief Skull says, for the prolotherapy, you have to see a naturopathic doctor. Is that a real doctor? Is that an actual doctor? Is it just like Randy's a meteorologist?
I'm a real doctor.
Like you do have to be an actual doctor to be a naturopathic doctor.
Oh, okay. That didn't sound like a real thing. So. All right, guys, one more hour to go. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheets. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheets. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Volunteer now. Help vulnerable and oftentimes overlooked children in Arizona. Court-appointed special advocates, known as CASAs, are assigned to children as advocates during their experience in the foster care system. Volunteer now. You can change the life of a child for the better. Visit azcourts.gov/volunteer to learn about court-appointed special advocates. That's azcourts.gov/volunteer. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Supreme Court.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix, 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down because it's time.
For what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line. I'm out of breath. 888-368-1580 as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. During the break there, I went over there and Beebles started acting up, wanting to fight, wanting to play. So I'm kind of playing with it a little bit. And he starts getting a little out of control. And so I just sort of grab the back of him and say, calm. That's what I do to get him to calm down. But when I did that, I kind of just put my hand on his back. I didn't squeeze. I didn't do anything. I put my hands on him. He goes, ah! like he just been stabbed or something. And I was like, oh my God, how did I hurt him? And then as soon as I went, oh my God, he went, ah, and he just attacked. That dude just faked me out.
Yeah, he did.
Where did you learn that? He's lived with us his entire life. I don't know where he learned that. All I can think is Buddy tried that or something. I don't know. I mean, taught him that in the yard, but I was like, he was fighting hard. He was like coming after me hard. I'm like, that was a dick move right there. Now he's laying down over there. He's almost like he knows I'm talking about him. He's kind of looking off like, well, I would have won that fight. Anyways, now I'm out of breath because of the dog. So, how are you?
Well, I had a less exciting break. So,
yeah.
That was, I just, that makes me, where would a dog learn that? That was just such a evil move. That's an evil move, making me feel like, oh my gosh, I accidentally hurt him. And then all of a sudden he's just like, like a Tasmanian devil. Anyway, Big George says, if I work for Discover, next time I hear someone say that they're Jennifer Coolidge, I'm immediately hanging up the phone.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a conversation that's going nowhere fast, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're right, Big George. I agree. Just another face in the crowd says, you just scared the poor critter. I didn't scare him at all. He was, no, that was intentional.
That was a psych move is what that was.
He's just sitting there smiling at me right now. Like, all right. Chief Skull wants you to know that, that I should clarify that homeopathic doctors they're real doctors.
Yes.
Okay. Ringless Joe says, yes, naturopathic doctor, real doctor. In the same way that Derek Carr is a real quarterback.
No, like those doctors, well, because you said naturopathic. Homeopathic is different. I don't know if those are actual doctors. I couldn't tell you.
Any kind of
but a naturopathic doctor is just one that tries to lean more towards natural remedies first before going towards, whatever medication will get you something, because every medication comes with side effects. So they're trying to get you things that'll help you with fewer side effects.
Yes, that's correct.
Because they're not opposed to medicine. that's different. It's not like they're not anti-medicine. It's just when you have certain medicines, they come with side effects. So they always try to go the natural option.
Natural way first.
Yeah.
So what's a DO? Is that a DO is a naturopath, isn't he?
Oh, what?
I don't know, actually.
Because on my family practice team, I see primarily I see a nurse practitioner, which she is taking good care of me and Kim. But I also, her partner, her teammate is, he's a DO, and I really like him a lot too. He's really good. He will look at natural remedies first, unless it's something that's gone way past a natural remedy and he needs to get it under control. Then he'll write a prescription or put you on something. But
so real medicine is the backup plan.
Well, no, I mean, you might say real medicine is all, the medicine that's out there. And like Keon just said, some of these things, they have attributes that can really make you sick from side effects, where a doctor, a DO he'll give you maybe some other different therapy rather than just jumping and putting you on, a antibiotic. Because if you have an antibiotic,
I'm getting a call. Hold on.
I see.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Oh, Radio Ron called on my banana phone. He says, there's a couple of shows on Friday on Money Radio all about this stuff. If you want to know more about it.
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah.
He's also telling me on my banana phone, I should just eat this banana.
Well, there is that.
Yeah,
bananas are very good for you.
Your health is wealth on Money Radio.
Your health is the wealth, and then the other one. What's that?
Health Futures.
Your health is not so wealth. There's two of them. Your health is expensive as hell, and then after that, your health is wealth.
Health Futures, and then your health.
Your
is
health
wealth.
makes me wealthy. And
I think they should have a show called "You Can Go to Health." That
would be a cool name for a show.
Now, if I was a guy if I was a DO, that would be my radio name.
You can go to health. Yeah. Whatever. Monday Rodeo 15, 10, at noon and 1. Doctor stuff. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I'm still out of breath. That's how sad it is. I walk over for 2 minutes to play with the dog, and now I'm exhausted. I don't think Ozempic is for me. I think I need to start exercising.
I get up to go pee, and I'm winded.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it depends on how far away the bathroom is. Moist one
right
says
next door to my studio here.
The Bet 365 guy sounds like. Never mind. Better not say. Well, you could say, I just won't say it on air. Now I'm curious. Slow-Mo Zoe says, I blame the TV, Jeffrey. I think it's a bad influence on the dog, and he's learned dirty tricks. Yeah, it was a dirty trick. Bevo.
Underhanded.
Now he's sleeping. He's sleeping happily.
Yeah.
By the way, he wakes me up in the middle of the night, has to go down to the bathroom. So I've taken to, when I wake up in the morning, I make sure he wakes up. Because what he does is he's over there behind a gate, and he goes, because he talks, he makes noise.
Yeah.
So then that wakes me up. So I walked in there, stood over and went, made sure he woke up. I'm not above getting revenge on a dog. Justin in their face in the crowd says, are homeopathic doctors the one that work on my house? Yes, I believe you're correct. Hamilton Porter says any doctor that charges 10 grand isn't covered by insurance. Makes me skeptical. Well, don't know if they do charge 10 grand for everything. Quiet Cannon says stem cell therapy is totally natural. It's a wonderful solution to creaky joints that have worn, out bone to bone. It's a bad part of sports medicine and now pretty common. It's a bad part? I don't think you meant to say bad. Chief Skoll says my doc is a DO and an MD. So he's a domed. George says, that Chorizo's hitting you hard, Jeffrey. You shut your mouth, George. You shut your mouth. I'd have been out of breath, chorizo or no chorizo. All right. So for the last 40 minutes, I've been trying to get to this conversation about Oregon State and Washington State.
Yes, the Cougars. The Cougars.
Oh, Jesus. Don't do that.
And then the Beavers.
That is actually an appropriate beaver noise.
Thank you.
In any sense of the word. So the Pac-2 is sitting up there in the Pacific Northwest now.
Multi-purpose, as you say.
Here's how you know you have died of death.
Okay.
Here's the headline. Majority of Oregon State and Washington State home games to be televised. Ooh. On the CW.
Oh, boy.
Well, because they have the same TV plan in place as before. They can't just get out of it.
On the CW. Wow. Nobody will see these games. Nobody. I love this. So are they going to recruit some other schools to the Pac-12?
Yeah, I'm sure they will, but it's not an easy process. I mean, we're even seeing it with GCU and Seattle U going to the West Coast Conference, that it takes them a year after deciding to leave to be able to move. So if you're going to recruit other schools, then you are going to have to essentially recruit them and wait for those obligations that they have to their conferences that they're at currently to be up. And then that's going to take some time in terms of scheduling and opponents that they've put on the schedule already. So that could end up being a process that takes 3 or 4 years. And that's even if you're getting quality schools to build around you. They've got a partnership with the Mountain West, and I have no idea why they don't just go join the Mountain West.
Well,
just seems easier.
How do you know you're dying? You're on the CW. That's it. That's all I know.
That's
all I know. Also, you know how I know you're dying is, well, here's another headline for you. Arena Football League eyeing Jeff Fisher as commissioner.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you know you're dying.
Is the goal to have every team go 500?
Yeah, that's because that's the playoff structure right there, I guess.
If everybody finishes, a cool 8-8, right? I don't know how many games they have in the Arena League, but you'll win half of them.
Yeah, that does not install confidence, does it? Not even a little.
Not really.
I hope they work it out. I do hope they work it out. So we'll have the Bandits for your arena football next year. That'd be nice. Here's another thing. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me that this is a way to find out that Green Bay's basketball team is dying. But I'll be honest, I don't even know what the proper name of this school is. Is it just Green Bay University? Or, yep. So they've hired a new head coach, and that coach is Doug Gottlieb, the boringest talk show host who has ever existed. Was on CBS, then was on something else, and now he's the head coach of Green Bay University. And he says he's going to continue hosting his. Oh, he's on Fox now. He's going to continue hosting that show while coaching Green Bay.
That nobody listens to, I'm sure.
Yeah. So basically, the win totals is going to be just about as high as his ratings. Zero.
I just think this is crazy as a school to hire a guy that has that commitment that he's not willing to let go of to be your coach. Like, nothing says I'm all in for this program quite like I'll still be hosting my radio show after practice, though. Like, I just it doesn't make any sense to me.
He's like, I am 43% in.
I'm 43%.
43% in. I'm keeping my other day job, though, just so you know.
Listen, options open. You got a transfer portal. I have a radio show. That's inspiring confidence. And imagine his speeches to Coach, you got to stop putting them to sleep before we have to go back for the third quarter.
That was what I was thinking. I'd love for somebody to just record me a few of those speeches, and if I'm ever having trouble sleeping at night, put on old Doug Gottlieb. Let him carry me off into dreamland.
Somebody said that they had found it was like a Windows 95 sort of instruction video, and they said that people are downloading it like crazy because it's the best thing to put you to sleep. I don't know who this person is, but...
and that's not what they intended at all, I'm sure.
Chief Skull says Doug Gottlieb has the biggest ears I've seen on a human. Well, clearly they don't work when people tell him, please stop doing radio.
Like, if you could just stop talking.
Stop everything. Well, you know what we should do now? I think we should, we're going to talk football here in a second. But first, I want to give you, this isn't man of the day. This is not woman of the day, but this is damn impressive. Damn impressive. This 28-year-old woman, she raced a Mustang, and they were up to 100 miles an hour, and it was a 60-mile-an-hour zone, and sort of the cops busted them and all that. She got off with a warning plus a $50 fine for the traffic violation, which I think 100 miles an hour, she got off easy. But here's the thing that was impressive. She's a female postal worker in Ohio, and she was racing in her mail van.
Oh, boy.
How did you get a mail van up to 100 miles an hour? What did you do to that thing to get it to where it could race a Mustang? Now, Mustangs are garbage, but you got the mail van up to 100 miles an hour?
That's the thing, is like the mail van should be
verbal warning for this.
Mail van should be more garbage than the Mustang. So that's already...
Very few things are more garbage than a Mustang.
Yeah, I would just assume that a mail van being shaped like a mail van would be one of those things.
It's probably why she just got the verbal warning. The cop was like, I'm just be honest, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Yeah.
How did you do this thing? You know? And sometimes you got to wait forever for the mail to come, except for on her route. My God. 100 miles an hour in one of those funky looking things. I just wish there was video. If there is video, somebody let me know. I think I would love to see that. Before we go on to football, also, Randy, I know how you love stuffed foods. I know how you love the stuffed foods. So there's a couple new stuffed foods I'm going to clue you in on real fast.
All right, hit me. I'm ready.
Oscar Mayer has a new line of stuffed hot dogs. You know remember how it was like, oh my God, they put cheese in a hot dog. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Well, now they have 3 varieties. Here's what it is. Instead of being just filled with meat, or whatever's in a hot dog, you can get ones packed with cheese. We knew that. Chili cheese or jalapeno cheddar. So those are your 3 choices. Oscar Mayer wieners with cheese, chili cheese, or jalapeno cheddar. That sounds pretty good.
Not the chili cheese. I'd rather make my own chili if I'm going to have chili dogs, because you don't know what that chili is.
You could try it. Just try it. You know, or just give it to a friend.
I feel like it would be like that Hormel chili that used to come in those little small cans. Remember?
I think it's cheese that is chili flavor.
Maybe.
I don't think there's actual chili in there.
You open that dude up, and it had those little it looked like botulism in a can.
Oh yeah.
It's never quite the right color. You know what I mean?
This is not that. This is not that. This is just cheese with a little chili flavor. That's all.
All right.
So Burger King, now this is intriguing.
All right.
They're adding mozzarella fries to their menu nationwide.
Ooh, that might be good.
Basically, fry-shaped mozzarella sticks, and they come with a marinara dipping sauce. It's not even a limited thing. It's going to be a permanent new menu item.
Do you like the marinara with your mozzarella sticks, or have you gone for the Alfredo yet?
What? No, I've not tried Alfredo, but I can take it or leave it with the marinara. I can raw dog those mozzarella sticks.
Oh, I could pound those all night. I'm just saying.
I do like the marinara a lot.
You get but have you tried the Alfredo? Have you tried the Alfredo?
I haven't actually.
It's not like ranch. It's Alfredo. It's got to be good Alfredo sauce. It can't be like you got to go. You try it at the Olive Garden with their Alfredo. You get some of that Alfredo and then
intrigued. By the way, people tell people stop saying that. Speaking of raw dogging, that we're trying to have a baby. Don't tell people you're trying to have a baby, because now we know you're raw dogging it. We don't need to hear that.
We don't need to hear about that.
I don't need to hear that from my sister. I don't need to know these things. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Just show up with the baby bump. We don't need to hear the rest.
My daughter said that out loud to me one day, and I maybe vomited right there.
They don't think. People don't think.
And then I looked at her husband with great disdain. Like, what are you doing to my daughter?
You're not supposed to ever have to think about that.
No.
She remains a virgin until one point there is an immaculate conception of a baby that comes out of her.
Yeah.
And then after that, you don't need we don't need to know anything.
Oh yeah.
Please stop telling us things.
Don't do that.
No. So, here's something else for you. What's your favorite drink? Whiskey, beer. That's it. Randy Knight, whiskey, beer.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this.
I do like an old fashioned every once in a while.
Old fashioned what?
An old fashioned.
What's an old fashioned?
It's a whiskey drink. Yeah, it's a whiskey drink, and you have an old fashioned.
What goes in the old fashioned?
I think it's orange bitters and I can't remember exactly all the ingredients. But
I
it's
had
whiskey.
no idea you were bisexual.
No.
What?
No.
Old fashioned. Like the old fashioned is at least in the South where I was.
Drink.
Like 65-year-old men had old fashioned.
You know what's great? Whiskey.
Well, I'm 62.
Hold the fashion. Go old whiskey. Hold the fashion.
Well, you guys were at my 60th birthday party. You guys came over. That was the drink of the night. It was an old fashioned.
I didn't have an old fashioned, did I?
You should have asked for it. That was on the menu.
I had what I wanted. You gave me whiskey.
Yeah. Well, we all had whiskey.
We all had whiskey, but I also had an old fashioned.
We had old fashions.
Was it good?
Yeah,
it was.
Kim, I didn't know
Kim
you
was
were bisexual too.
No, Kim was making them.
Everybody's bisexual but me.
I guess
you wanted you wanted an old fashioned at my birthday party. It sounds like.
No, I had a whiskey. I'm happy. I had chorizo. I'm happy.
It was a drink with alcohol in it, so I drank it.
Well, I guess you two would like to hear about this. Welch's, the jelly people. They just joined the canned cocktail trend. They've unveiled 4 flavors.
Oh, no.
You'll want them all, Randy.
No.
Vodka cranberry, passion fruit mojito,
no,
watermelon mule,
no,
and grape juice flavored vodka transfusion.
No.
5.9% alcohol, which is stronger than the White Claw that I'm sure you enjoy. But it's made with real juice.
Just want you to know, Jeffrey, just because I said I like an old fashioned, I'm not giving in to your bullying.
What bullying? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I hear you.
I didn't say
White Claw. A White Claw has never crossed these lips right here.
Oh, well, just your boyfriend's then, or just what? I mean, whose lips did it cross?
And you push Randy to the dark side.
I'm just serious. Anyway,
the red lightsaber is going.
And here's another thing that you hope your kids never find out. So if you're a kid, turn it off the radio. But I guess somebody on TikTok found out that apple juice masks the taste of tequila really well. which is not a good thing if you think about it.
No,
so if somebody starts mixing,
that's how you know your limits.
Apple juice and tequila together, and then just pounding these things. You're
that's
gonna leave
soft.
the planet.
Look, when I was in high school and I was on the drum line, we used to tape. We used to tape vodka in the inside of our drums. So we got up to the stands, and by the halftime show, we couldn't even hardly walk. It was that good. Right
Drum
there.
line we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Nobody's even hitting the beat at the same time.
Oh,
They can't
man.
walk in a straight line.
We were all over the place, man. Are you kidding me?
This kid just turned his snare over and just threw up in it.
The flag girls sat up by us because they knew what was going on. I had that drum head off just as soon as we sat down, and that little vodka bottle came out, and there it was. Hello.
Wait, this was high school?
Oh yes, high school.
Oh, you're a bad
Hellion?
boy.
Yes,
You're a
I
bad
was.
boy.
Very bad boy. Better believe it.
Listen, we're bad boys right now. We're running late for a break. We come back. We're talking NFL, okay? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
More NFL Week 1 matchups are being released on the eve of the NFL releasing all 32 team schedules. We now know that the first Monday Night Football game, which will take place on September 9th, will feature the San Francisco 49ers against the New York Jets. Last year, the Jets opened on Monday Night Football, but lost Aaron Rodgers on the fourth snap of the game. The Niners are an early 6.5-point favorite, minus 270 on the money line. The Jets are plus 220. The over-under at Levi Stadium, 45.5. The 49ers are the betting favorite to win this year's Super Bowl at plus 550. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Radke, sports play-by-play announcer and husband. I'm often on the go, and that sometimes leads to quick food choices that don't always agree with me, and I'm sure you can relate. Pepto has got your back when you eat or overindulge in foods that leave you with an upset stomach. It provides fast and effective 5-symptom relief of nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol is available in liquid and convenient options like chews, liquid caps, or tablets. Keep it handy, use as directed, and please keep out of reach of children.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Screen time's over.
Be home by 11?
Put your phone down while we're eating.
When parents set boundaries, keep track of where their kids go, and talk to them about the dangers of underage drinking and drugs, they keep their kids safe. Visit TalkNowAZ.com. Be the influence. Talk early. Talk often. Talk now.
Thanks. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Let's go.
One is gone. Oh boy. Baseball season is off and running. The Diamondbacks look to defend their NL championship from last season.
Will the Snakes repeat their dramatic run to the playoffs? If it's Diamondbacks baseball, we talk about it. Live and local for the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So, all right, let's talk some football while we can. So, I don't know what the schedule is for my Colts. I don't know what the schedule is for your Cardinals or your Commandos or for anything else. But I do know that Tom Brady's first job, he hasn't had a job in a while. His first job with Fox will be broadcasting the Cowboys-Browns game in week 1. I feel like that's not a great game, but I think that
Cowboys Browns.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's going to be a great game.
Well, not if Deshaun Watson continues to suck, as I hope he will.
I do too. So that'll be a great game if he does stink.
Do you mean to tell me that Troy and Joe are not doing a Cowboys game? Wow,
Well,
that's unheard of.
Guess Tom Brady is.
They're the ESPN guys now, so
Right, that's true. You're right.
mhm.
So I guess we'll see if Tom Brady's any good. I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't impressed with him in his part of the roast. You know, I wasn't impressed with that, but I don't know if that's going to be this. You know, he's not going to be sitting there swearing when he's on Fox doing a football game. Although, if you've ever noticed, he swears a lot.
Oh, he's got a potty mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder how many times he's going to slip up with that.
Well, how much does Peyton slip up? Because Peyton can let it fly.
Are you kidding me? He did, when he went when he went out there on the roast, he didn't swear once.
Really?
Did he? If he did,
I don't
it
know.
was once.
I've heard some NFL mic'd up with Peyton Manning.
Well, he was mad.
Yeah, that is
He was
part
mad
of
at
it.
a kicker. He was mad at Jeff Saturday for a minute. So
Yeah, Mike Vanderjack, the kicker. Never forget him. Of
So
course, Peyton called him Mike Vanderjackass.
yeah, that works. That's pretty good. So, you know, Tom Brady, in case you care, even if you don't, he'll be doing the Cowboys-Browns game, a game where I have absolutely no interest.
I
don't
think it's
care to watch
probably
it.
good to ease in when the stakes are lower.
Yeah, these are pretty low stakes. Because the
Don't-
Cowboys will trudge along, do kind of okay, and then I hope the Browns stink to high heaven. That's what I hope. So
Same.
Amazon is trying to get the Christmas games. I guess remember they said the Christmas games were up for bid, and so now Amazon has stepped in and said there's also, they say, a mystery bidder out there.
Well, we were talking about we read a report while you were gone that Netflix was trying to get the Christmas games too.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were the mystery bidder. You know, it could just be Channel 45 here in Phoenix. Just they could just. Are you a network? Nope. We just want the game.
And they outbid
Just
everybody.
This
Yeah.
game. Huh. Okay. That's a little weird for us, but all right. Well, welcome to the table, my 45. And then Amazon, by the way, this is kind of cool. I was wondering when this was going to happen. They've greenlit the Chiefsaholic true crime documentary.
I will be watching.
So I'm looking forward to the documentary, but I'm also looking forward to the theatrical release where there's actors hired, and I feel like this could be a pretty funny movie. I mean, I feel bad for the girl. I think her name, I don't remember her name, but whatever her name is, I feel bad for her, what she went through. But if they make a movie and if she wins, I think she won a $10.8 million civil verdict against this Chiefsaholic guy. So any money he gets goes to her up to 10.8. So I feel like Amazon should pay him 10.8 million and she gets the money and they get the rights. He's off the hook, but she gets the money she would never get from him anyway. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And with all of that stuff too, like if they were to frame it as a dark comedy, to make it clear that everybody that is the protagonist of this story is a bad person, Like, so you're not
like
making
watching
light.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, like you're trying not to make light of what she went through.
Right.
But if you make it clear, like, no, it's silly what happened, but these are bad people.
Well, Amazon's not even taking it that seriously. The title is Chiefsaholic, a wolf in Chiefs clothing.
Oh no.
They've already gone silly with it. All right. Well, that's
The guy, he's facing up to 50 years behind bars for his crimes. I feel like Amazon should face a similar time for that title.
pun. Mhm.
It's just so bad.
Like maybe 1 or 2 years less than him.
Yeah, like 48 years, sure.
Yeah.
So, and then here's another thing. Comcast, which is a big old cable company, they're going to launch Peacock /Netflix /Apple TV Plus bundle at a vastly reduced price. Does that mean you have to be a Comcast subscriber to get that bundle? Or you see what I'm saying? Can I get it? I'm not on Comcast. Nobody here is.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have to just be a Comcast subscriber because
you just show up and pay them
Yeah.
some money. And I have questions about this but I mean, Netflix I have. Peacock, Apple TV I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay for those.
Same. And I'm a little mad that we've essentially taken the long way around to making cable again.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
what's
that is.
happening. That's what's
We've-
happening.
We've just reinvented cable.
Mini cables at the moment, which then later will all clump together again, and you'll have net cable is what it'll be, or something. I don't know.
It took us about 20 years, but we did it. We got right back around to making cable.
It was nice while it lasted.
It was a fun ride, wasn't it?
So let me go ahead and get some of these texts. I got some more football stuff I want to talk about here. Hold on here. Navy Devils says ESPN 30 for 30 Shorts has a mini documentary on the old Chiefsaholic. I saw it on ESPN Plus. Was it any good? I'd rather just watch the whatever comes out later. The hell with Espen. They'll probably get most of the story wrong anyway. Just another face in the crowd says Andrew Siciliano has the largest ears, bigger than Doug Gottlieb.
That's true. Andrew Siciliano could take flight.
Oh, that poor dude got fired, didn't he?
Yeah.
From Major League Baseball, or where would he get fired from?
He did the NFL Red
that's
Zone, but he
right.
did the DirecTV version
That's
where
it.
Hansen did the NFL Network version.
Oh. Well,
So
do you think that he'd do better if he got them ears pinned back? Maybe that would help his career.
Not
But
really.
isn't he still on the NFL Network?
I have no idea where he is.
I think he's got a radio show in LA. He's doing all right. He's Siciliano's doing all right.
He'll put his ear to the ground. Okay.
We'll
Okay.
keep an ear open
he's
for him.
joining them on the Gold Zone channel that they've got for the Peacock for the Olympics.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He's going to be doing that with Hansen.
All
so.
right. Well, he's not going to
Yeah.
starve them.
Yeah.
You know, when I was skinnier, my ears actually seemed to stick out. They were small, but they stuck out. And then my big fat face guy and my neck and everything, now it's just like they look normal. So if I lose the weight again,
you might get your big ears back.
right, I'll be Siciliano again myself. I always thought, man, a good gust of wind, I'm going to be like the flying nun. But Siciliano, he could paraglide. He could jump off a cliff and make it. Brunswick guy says, gentlemen, I'm about to put my kids in the van here. So maybe don't talk about the raw dogging and having sex. Can you hold off for like 10 minutes?
Why would you bring that up again?
Oh,
do you
sorry.
really love your kids? Is that
Sorry. Yeah,
Who was that again? Who was
That
that?
was Brunswick guy,
Yeah.
but he sent it at 5:19. So that's 5:34. So
we continued right
they
along.
Just heard their dad say raw dogging and
Yeah.
having sex. So really, this is on you, Brunswick guy.
Yeah.
Brunswick guy, don't be ridic. William, please don't be ridic. All the youngsters are saying that.
They're not
I
saying
really
that.
don't.
Yeah, they all know they are. Yeah.
I really don't think
Ask,
so.
Ask your kids.
No, I'm not asking my
Jeffrey.
kids.
Ask them.
You go ask some random kids. I'm not doing it.
I'm not asking any random kids. I
Well,
raised all
yeah.
my kids. Now I'm a papa, and I don't have to. I don't have to ask anybody. I just stay up with the current lingo.
Mhm.
I really don't think they're saying that. That's just
Don't be ridic, Keon.
We got to get him a new saying in quick.
Mm.
Ringless Joe says the Wizards have the number 2 pick in the draft. Feels like there's a team in the West that's never won anything that could really use Well, I can't really put my finger on it. Think it rhymes with the funds. Listen, we had a number 1 pick.
And
that
also,
didn't go well.
we
they
blew it.
They made the playoffs. You don't get the pick if you make the playoffs. What part of that do people not get?
Yeah, Ringless Joe.
Also, the Wizards were the second worst team in the NBA. Let us have this. Oh my God.
Yeah, Detroit was the worst team in the NBA,
and
they're
they're picking 5th. We managed to hold on to our pick. Damn it.
So Brunswick guy says, I just asked my kids, and they can confirm. Nobody at school says ridic. They asked me what it means. I'm not even sure. I think it means Randy thinks it means ridiculous.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. It's short for
nobody
ridiculous.
is saying that.
Oh, don't be ridic. Come on, Jeffco.
Chief Skull says, my kid calls everyone girl. I haven't figured out why yet. I mean, everyone? Like he says, girl? Oh, I know. Well, not my story to tell, Chief Skull. That's probably need to have a conversation with your child. So good luck and enjoy the parade. Beer Bob says, yes, Randy, do not go ask random kids about being ridic. I don't want to see a report about you on the news. Oh, I do.
It wouldn't be the first time I've been arrested.
That's also true.
I just don't think you want to be arrested for that.
Yeah, not that.
I understand why you guys are so,
Don't.
touchy-feely about this. I don't understand.
Just another face in the crowd says, yeah, I'm certain a past middle-aged guy asking kids if they use that term isn't creepy at all. No, it's not creepy.
I already said I'm not going to do it. And what are you guys worried about? Fourth Dimension, I appreciate your compassion and your concern, but it's going to be fine. Don't be ridiculous.
I just need you to stop saying that. If I let you do the weather more often, will you stop saying that?
I'm just trying to, be with
stop.
the times.
Don't. Listen,
I'm
our
just trying to
demographic,
be
that's not our demographic.
Cool and hip, man.
That's not our demographic. Our demographic is old and sad. That's what we are.
Maybe you are old and sad, but I'm old and saggy.
Well, I'm probably not far from saggy.
All right.
But I'd say our demographic is 25 plus, 25, 55, maybe 30 plus. I don't know. We haven't met our listeners.
Well, they want to be cool and relevant.
No, they do not. None of them do. 0% do, or else they'd be listening to some other show. I mean, come on. They don't come here to hear us be cool and hip and trendy.
This show is cutting edge, Jack.
He's cutting cheese. It's not cutting edge.
No, it's not. Well, you cut the cheese. You hotbox all of us. I'm really worried about your gastrointestinal situation.
I probably need to poop in a box and send it in. You
need one of those
colon guard.
Yeah. You need that colon guard thing.
Put my poop in a box. That's what I need to do. I gotta put my poop in a box,
and then get that singing toilet paper and clean up.
If the box of that I poop in starts singing at me, I'm probably gonna set it on fire.
No, that poopy box. He wears glasses.
Really?
He talks. He doesn't.
Why is the poop box nearsighted?
I don't know. If you look at you're wearing glasses and you've got poo stored in your box all the time.
These are readers, so it's not. I could take it off if I was going to have my picture on a box.
Clearly, Keon's colon is nice and clean. He doesn't wear glasses. See,
my colon is very clean.
I don't think so.
I don't think that clean colons and eyesight are connected in any way.
Look at the colon guard. The box wears glasses. See, look, I got two different kinds of glasses. See, I got to carry glasses with me everywhere I go.
Well, you probably have some things.
Who's more full of crap than me? I ask you right here.
Now, nobody. Just another face. The crowd says, "I've never tried to be cool, and I'm still walking the planet." Well done, well done. T-Bone says, "Randy, I got two 20-year-olds and employees, and never heard them say that. Never heard them say that."
Well, they don't say it around you because you're kind of old and out of date. They only use it in their cool circles.
Why would you insult T-Bone? How do you know T-Bone is old and out of date?
Look, T-Bone, it's nothing personal. But I mean, come on. We all get there. I've been there for years. Embrace your age. Embrace who you are, man.
Beer Bob says, Jeffrey, was the amount of mustard my wife put on her value dog at the Dimebacks game last night ridic? No, I said it was excessive. It was excessive. But it was, listen, hey, whatever gets you, whatever makes her happy. T-Bone says, I'll be 41 at the end of the month. I'm not old. You ain't young either, pal.
Yeah.
Ringless Joe says the really Reddick thing is Jerry Jones being all in. That's what I'm going to say from now on. I'm not going to say it your way. I'm going to say Reddick. And anytime somebody types in Reddick, I'm going to say Reddick, like JJ Reddick. George says, yeah, Randy has been arrested before. And he says, wait, you've been arrested before, Randy? He says, was it when you and Jeffrey got fired from that music station? No, I was never fired. Shut up. Silver Pop says, new texter name. Keon's colon says, that's actually pretty good. Any of our colon. We could have three.
You have three.
We could have three new texters.
You have a three
Jeffrey's colon says, Randy's colon says, this is actually brilliant.
I just think that it's going to be odd when our colons have a very heated debate.
I can't
about
wait.
Sports.
We need three brand new texters. It can't be somebody getting a burner number. We're going to need three brand new texters to let us call them, name them after our colons. I think Keon's first because Silver Pop's idea was Keon's colon.
It's a brilliant idea.
And then Jeffrey's colon, Randy's colon.
Well, sometimes Keon's colon gets a little spastic. You know, when he gets angry, he gets that spastic kind of.
You know, we don't need is a Ralph's colon because we have Ralph already.
We've got enough crap flowing around here, so
we don't need to worry about that. Well, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, a little more football, and I got a wheel. I'm sorry, no wheel sports. Good Lord. Why do you, what? Oh, on this date in big Georgia sports history. It's a daily blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Stirring fiber, exercising, frequent trips to the store for more laxatives and fiber. Sounds like your constipation with belly pain is a lot to manage. But if your symptoms that keep coming back are signs of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every goal, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a game-winning goal in the final seconds of overtime or a shot on goal in the first period, whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow. What a world we live in. All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Randy Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Silver Pop suggesting the new texter nickname Keon's colon. Well, now Beer Bob says, wait, it should be Randy's rectum. So Keon's colon, Randy's rectum, and he says it, or Jeffrey's juggernaut. Well, the thing is, that doesn't have anything to do with the keister, so it's got to be like Jeffrey O. Butthole. I don't know what how do you, it'd have to be Jeffrey's colon. I don't, there's nothing else that would work there. But you're right, Randy's rectum says, that's pretty good. But we also have some other Randy ones, don't we, Randy?
Randy's rectum?
No, I'm saying we have other Randys, but we could call yours that.
Randy's meat.
Isn't there a Randy's chuckle out there?
No.
Oh, you mean on the text line?
Like Randy's crap cave? I don't think we need to get that clever here.
No, I don't think so either.
By the way, I think I may have just made up crap cave.
I don't think I've ever heard that before in my life.
I'm going to be very proud of that if it takes off.
I'm going to try to use it in a sentence and disturb everyone I know, though.
That dude kicked me right in the crap cave. I'm over here practicing alliteration, and look what we got. A brand new thing.
I got my crap cave kicked today.
I mean, just crap cave could be a very funny texture nickname.
Crap cave says. Crap cave. Somebody write that down so we don't forget it.
I just heard from my Cards Chappie, and he has said that one of his sons is listening to the show today, and he's like, dear God, I hope he's not really listening to the show.
Be a better parent.
I hope not too.
Hey, mommy, what's a crap cave?
I remember cleaned your crap cave, kid. Took 17 wipes to clean that crap cave.
Why
before we put the diaper back on?
Hey, Dad, why is Pop always saying "ridic"?
Well, Grandpa's got his head up his crap cave. That's why. Oh, brother. We've been advertising talking about football, so we probably should do a little of that.
We should.
Oily Stool says, as someone who listens to this show regularly, I welcome additional text names, poopy names like Jeffrey's rectums and crap cakes. No, I didn't say crap cakes. I said crap cave.
I don't think that there's an adult on this show. Not one.
Well, none that should ever be in charge of others.
That's true. That's true.
So I saw this headline, and at first I was like, can you do that? I mean, but then I thought, this is brilliant. The Bills hired John Perry as an officiating liaison. Former NFL referee John Perry. He was going to go to ESPN, and now he's like, well, I'm leaving ESPN. And, he used to do used to help the guys on Monday Night Football with the rules and stuff, like Sterator and other guys do. And then it's like, wow, the Bills, that's pretty good. You've got a guy who used to be a referee talking to the referees for you, so the coach isn't like spitting his swear words all over him. Somebody who knows the hell he's talking about is going to have a better chance saying, hey, pal, you and me both know that was boo-boo, or hey, look out for this guy over here because he's been doing this to our quarterback, or blah, 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 blah. Anything that you can think of to have an officiating liaison say, I think this is brilliant.
Wow, that is brilliant.
That's smart.
Yeah, think about that.
I don't know how many good former referees, since we know there's a lot of bad referees, but if you get a good one, I don't know that all 32 teams are going to get this sort of luxury service. You know what I'm saying?
No,
if you can get it, geez.
I know the Cardinals will probably screw it up by getting Angel Hernandez. Like a mistake,
right? Like the wrong sport and the worst official in the sport. That's not this one.
He's like, trust me. He's gonna he struck him out. Are you trying to say it was fourth down? What?
You know what, Angel, get out of here. We're gonna hire Scott Foster next.
Oh, geez.
That's it. In a strange twist of fate.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have hired Scott Foster as NFL refereeing liaison.
That does sound like them. Bear Claw says, that was quite a segue from your colons to your Linz's commercial about bowel problems.
I didn't even. Yeah, we have
we don't listen to the commercial.
Yeah, I just happen to know which one he's talking about since I put it in the computer, and he's 100% correct. That's a bowel problem commercial, and we were just talking about colons, and then went right into that.
Hey,
probably why old Silver Pops brought it up.
This is quality programming here. It can't get any better than this.
It really can't.
Right here.
This is the ceiling.
Award winning right here.
I feel like it could. We're just not gonna. So
we're not going to attempt good radio. Why should we?
Why? We're all here anyway.
Speaking of which, Moist One says Radio Pals poop shoot. I think we're just
I think that's.
I think Crap Cave is good enough.
Crap Cave. Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says, you know what I'm saying? Talk about weird titles there. Diamondbacks have a minor league team in Amarillo called the Amarillo Sod Poodles. I think it's Sod Poodles.
Sod Poodles.
Yeah. Sod, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the minor league baseball team names are great.
By the way, speaking of the Bills, they're good. Did they sign Marquez Valdez-Scantling? I think that they were looking to do that. I don't know if it actually happened, but does he have anything left? I don't know if he does, but the Bills have decided to take a chance on him, give him a shot.
Yeah, it's a 1-year deal, so
okay.
Not $4.5 million. I doubt all of that's guaranteed.
I hope not, because he didn't do great last year.
But the Bills are a little desperate at wide receiver, so they're kicking the tires on him.
All right, why not? And then Jared Goff, you guys talked about this already. Got his contract extension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$212 million, 170 guaranteed, 170 million guaranteed,
which puts him in exactly the top 10 of NFL quarterbacks in terms of contracts.
See, I'd rather pay him than Dak Prescott. And it's not because I dislike Dak Prescott as a human being. It's because Dak Prescott hasn't won a playoff game. At least Jared Goff has won playoff games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know what you're going to get out of Jared Goff long term, but right now he's getting it done.
And it's a 4-year deal. So if you get 2 or 3 more good years out of Goff before things start really falling apart, you're all right. You're not locked into a 6-7 year deal or anything like that.
Oh, by the way, sorry for your loss, Keon. The Commanders have cut Jake Fromm, and I know you've got to be extremely upset about this.
Oh no!
Oh,
the heartbreak.
I'm so sorry.
QB6.
Wow,
gone too soon.
He was so close to starting, and then they've just pulled him out.
Well,
what's going to be hard for them is that they. Well, now they'll only have 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll talk about your new head coach already stepping in it, starting to come back to more sounding like the old Commandos.
I just don't think he understands the history of what he did. But we'll get to it tomorrow.
No beer, Bob. We're not calling it O'Brien's orifice. Although actually, that's not bad to be honest.
And
Keon's colon, Randy's rectum, O'Brien's orifice. No, actually, I approve. No, well done. First, I was going to say no, but now I'm like yes. First, I was no.
And you've got the alliteration for everybody's name.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Well done, Beer Bob. Or he said, or O'Brien's opening. No,
no, that's going to be a negatory.
Back
on that
to
one.
orifice.
That's not a word I ever want to hear in that context, ever.
Somebody better be Crap Cave. That's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back to the year 1976, there was a special promotion in Houston. All the fans were very happy with the prospect of free beer for the Astrodome crowd. If the Philadelphia Phillies struck out Mike Schmidt, well, Mike Schmidt struck out at the top of the 5th inning in a 5-1 victory of the Phillies, and everybody got free beer. Back to me, Jeffrey. Wow, why don't they do that more? First off, that's kind of mean picking on old Mike Schmidt. You know, like, hey, guess what, everybody? When they come in the stadium, they got a special program. If Mike Schmidt strikes out, you get free beer. If I'm Mike Schmidt, I'm like, I'm going to strike out on purpose to cost the Astrodome tons of money in beer.
Well, maybe he did, but Mike Schmidt back in the day was we've used the word juggernaut on the show today. He was a juggernaut at the plate. I mean, He had very low strikeout ratio, and he
Well,
could hit the
now.
ball out of the county. I mean,
smell
just-
a little collusion here with Mike Schmidt and all the crowd, huh?
well, it was just like that basketball player the other night. Was it free hamburgers?
Oh,
or
that's
what
right.
Was it?
Yeah, Boban.
Boban.
Yeah. Last game of the season, missed a couple of free throws.
He
Man of the
looked
people.
almost happier than everybody getting free chicken. He was loving that. That was
Boban is
such
a
good
man
moment.
of the people.
He is.
So I bet Mike Schmidt also a man of the people.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, I'd strike out on it. Absolutely. All right. Well, the music means this show is over. And if you're lucky, we'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Oh, man. There's stuff been happening. We didn't even keep you up to date. Bruins up 2-1 over the Panthers in that series. And right now, the Knicks are leading the Pacers 46-38. So we'll see you guys and talk about it all tomorrow. When we come back, it's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.